give us a catch up on the current situation.
Right. In the words of Golden Thorn, we seem to have a game board night situation. To the top side first seem to have an issue making it up to their bedroom. They'll be taking a while. Hopefully, 9:30 was the estimate. It's currently 9:33. Hopefully, it won't take too much longer. We'll see.
Yeah. So apologies for all the technical difficulties. We will take questions from chat if anyone says anything right now. We will be happy to answer any questions.
We have an update for the Discord. Pog Sassy types, quote unquote, they are coming on now.
Pog. Chris asks, are you single? Would you like to respond, Dario?
Am I single? So I'm answering questions. Put that away. The chat wants to know if I'm single. I think I say yes here.
Yeah, who cares about the actual situation? You got to be play as a celebrity, right?
Yeah.
It's the whole
Dude, it's getting to my head. Yeah,
Ooh, 22 Vortex 22 asks, what are the estimates of a lob win?
Right. So we ran the numbers. It's currently looking at, for every 5 minutes it takes the Horror-Eye twins to get on, that's a 10% decrease. They're currently at negative 40% chance of winning. It's currently looking like a lob win's going to be coming up.
That is unfortunate on their part.
Now, Segmentation Fault, they did pull in massive wins 2 days ago with the 2-1 win. But the wild card Lobster Owns Bitcoin team, they have their fair bit of nasty minds to contend there. You have Andrew in the top lane. You have the nasty Luke Lobster in the support role as Cranival. You have Dirty Kanto, and I actually don't know what role he's in. I haven't done my homework.
Josh is usually in the middle role.
Mid? But I'm guessing it's Andrew in the top lane. And then it's going to be... Oh, I think Kanto is ADC.
He's playing ADC? Interesting.
Yeah, let me check 1 second. Yes. Yeah, he's playing ADC, so that's going to be... Alright, okay, I see the team now. So wait, why is Do It in the lobby?
Matt may be subbing, potentially?
Oh, Arlen's not playing. Oh, okay. I see. So he's subbing in for support. So we're not having the same bot lane as we saw a couple of days ago. We are going to be having the Do It sub in. Do It. You have to watch out for the nasty Shen support coming through. Really change the way the lanes go. Likewise, I feel like Andrew's going to be pulling a lot of bans.
We have a request for music, but not too loud. So I will play the NFL theme song on repeat for as long as necessary.
I love it.
They're over there by the line.
I do have an update on our missing players. They're apparently getting online as we speak.
Fantastic.
Okay, everyone in chat, anyone who has access to Pokimane emotes, please post them so we know how to ban. Right.
There are those emote check dodge copy pastas or whatever. Please ban his Silas. That is a Pog request from Chris.
We have some.
Elijah's flaming us saying NA casters, by the way.
Ooh. NA production for sure.
Of course.
NA voice suppression technology.
Sumion has a moat? Bro, I'm jealous now. What the fuck?
No, Harris.
Oh god. Wait, Harris was the one who subbed to Pokimane! What? The scandal!
We should invent how do you say? It's like a mafia game or like Town of Salem, but the whole point is finding out who subbed to Pokimane.
Who's the simp?
Who's the simp?
We have a Simpson. Yeah, we do have a Simpson.
Simp Hunt 2020.
Unfortunate.
Lol, no.
Why is NFL theme not playing on repeat? Oh, we can play all NFL songs on television.
Shit. Can we not play Burial? Would we catch like some kind of copyright?
Yeah, unfortunately that's Monka TOS, due to certain lyrics in the song being quite explicit.
Christ, papers. We can just do it ourselves. Get the beat going. Get the instrumental. Oh my god, Harris is using this as an opportunity to pretend like he hasn't been subbed to Pokemon for 3 months.
He didn't just use his Twitch Prime for this meme. You know we can check your account to see how much you've been subbed for, right?
Wait, actually, I guess his account is 22 Vortex 22. In the video that we saw, it did just say Vortex.
Oh, it has the timeouts
Maybe.
here. Okay.
Maybe it's a tweeter.
Well, I
He
can
has a
mod
Twitch
someone. Who do I mod someone?
Oh, you should definitely mod anyone who's subbed to Pokemon.
Okay. We'll do behavior today. If someone Twitch Prime subs me or acts on good behavior during the chat today, there's a chance you will get mod.
Ooh, Robert and Thomas are in the lobby.
They are in the lobby. Oh, we're into
off.
Champ Select. Okay.
Wow, this is catching us by surprise.
Yes. Hold on. We
Okay.
will begin. Yes, that's what's supposed
Ladies
to be
and
shown.
gentlemen, welcome to Game 2 of the Sidgwick Invitational. Let's see.
It doesn't show. Hold on. It is staying
showing
frozen
now, yeah.
for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, figure that out. I'm just gonna task the bands at the moment.
Yeah.
Currently, on the band side of things, we see an Annie and a Vygar band, very clearly targeting Dirty Kanto, who's the red team's mid laner. Doesn't want to deal those kind of things. And on the red side, we have pretty similar bands targeting its Bullseye, who's the State Farm player of the game.
Last game, yes, of course.
From last time. We already see the LeBlanc and the Akali. We haven't actually even seen his LeBlanc and Akali, but just the sheer name, just the sheer legend of it is enough to warrant fifth in ban in every single one of the games they played. And they will be rounding out with a Shen ban, very clearly targeting who do it, very comfortable on the Shen pick. Can whip it out on a couple other champions, but definitely robbing him of a very comfortable support pick.
So these are the first lock-ins for picking on Team Segmentation Fault.
I was expecting Andrew
Larkin?
to draw more bans.
You think so?
They've opened up his pool. They do ban the Mordekaiser, but he's definitely got a nasty Irelia. He's got a nasty Camille. He definitely has the tools to carry from the top lane if they choose to pick his top laner in the first part of this draft.
Yes. So now Elijah Zacharias, Chosen 7 Caleb is picking. Let's see what champions he's looking in store. On top of that, we also don't know which actual player is going to which position. We have a rough idea what Segmentation Fault's positions will be, but Lobster's really up in air here.
I'm pretty sure it's Lucan support, Alex in the jungle, Kanto in the mid, with Chosen 7 their ADC. Ooh, the Ash Rise. The blue picks will be coming out of the red team, already having an eye for that scaling. They see the Orin, they know that they're going for the item upgrades. Will counter by trying to out late game and Orin comp. Interesting approach.
The Assassin Tank Mage Bruiser will try to be outscaled. Yes, of course. Though they have Ash for kiting. And I'm not sure who plays Rise very consistently. I guess that'd be Josh's pocket pick?
That's probably Kanto.
Ooh, Matt whips out the Nautilus, although I don't believe that's going to be going to him. I'm assuming most likely he's going to be the jungler and he's just support picking for maybe
Really?
Robert, I'd assume.
I think Robert's still
Oh,
going to be
you
playing
think
jungler.
and you think Miguel's going to be the jungler?
No, I think they're going to run the exact same thing as last time, except they traded out Arlen for Matt.
So, okay.
Matt's playing support, I think.
And then that's Larkin's Ezreal, no surprise there.
Wouldn't make it through the first round without it. It would have probably gotten banned in that second rotation. They know it's a comfort pick. They know He likes the agency it gives him in any lane.
We have some
We'll
inputs.
see what the red team.
Yes, we have some inputs from chat. A jerk named Chris says Josh is a Rise player. Correction, Josh is a questionable Rise player.
He probably plays Rise the same way I do, which is you get like 10 CS per minute and then do no damage because Rise is actually kind of hard.
Alright, well that's the final lock-in on red side for the first half. And that's going to be the ban for Aurelia, probably targeting more of Miguel's champions.
Yeah. Miguel, already 3 out of 4 of these bans. Just ceaseless pressure, even before the game started.
Now Larkin has to ban the next. Oh, and that is Camille, probably targeting Andrew's champ pool on the top lane?
We've seen what Andrew can do with the Camille.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What other champions? Mordekaiser, but they banned that. Maybe Tryndamere I could see Andrew play? Or Yasuo? I don't know.
You have to watch out for his Nasus.
Yeah, his Nasus does get pretty crazy. I can agree with that. And I'm sure Larkin will be quite frustrated if that Nasus gets on top of him.
Yeah. But, that being said, even with just the 3 picks that they have over there, the Ornn, Nautilus, Ezreal, that's already a comp that's decent at kiting out. Ooh, and they will finish up the set ban.
Interesting. Let's see what Andrew picks here. He has the support and the top laner left. Assuming that Rise isn't going somewhere spicy. Yes, the Nasus is open. I believe. Yes, I believe they really avoided a lot of Andrew's champions here. Jack's pick I could see. This is definitely an interesting one. Against
the
Ornn,
1v5 pressure.
I believe on Friday we did see Jax lose to Ornn, correct?
Not in our games. In
No,
the normal.
not in our games.
Yeah, we saw it in like a normal.
Alright, understandable. And that's the Jarvan and Orianna locked in. Miguel's going to be back on the Orianna again. Hopefully we'll see some crazy command shockwaves as we did on Friday. Is that the pike for Luke?
And they do.
Amazing. Alright, so these are some interesting teams. Let's go from the lanes down, right? So let's first look at the top lane, right? We got Ornn versus Jax with Thomas on against Andrew, I assume?
Ornn has a lot of ability to really destroy that matchup. It's not in the hands of a capable Jax player. But Andrew, I think, does find himself to be a capable Jax player. They have a move playing towards that top side, starts with the blue side clear. Meanders to the top lane. They could look to, I think the Jax Amumu is, as a 2v2, is stronger than the Ornn Jarvan. They have a lot of tank, but not as much damage.
It's true, but that is a solid peel to try to get off that Pike Jackson Mumu that's really going to be trying to engage onto Larkin and Miguel. A very squishy underbelly.
That's true. The blue team has their comp makes a lot more sense in terms of what they're going for, but the red team, what they do have going for them, they have a lot of really comfortable picks. They also have a lot of really 1v9 potential champs. Mumu, at any point in the game, even if you're like 3-10, you land that 5-man ult, land that 4-man ult into the Rise damage, into the Ashe damage, the Jax pop-up. No matter what your comp is, you're going to be able to be prepared for that. Nothing can really save you. They have a lot of tools for really making sure that at any point in the game, they can keep with it. So I will be saying that I think the blue team has the better draft, but not quite counting out the red team just yet. They have a lot of wildcard potential.
Yeah, quite a lot of wildcard potential. I think almost every single one of their champions has the potential to pop off in 1v5 this game. That being said, I think the important question is there going to be one of those champions pop off for the 1v5?
Right.
Let's just see what chat is saying. Vortex says, Lobwin, Professor K carry us. He has faith in the Professor K. Hopefully he will have that coaching skill. Really just an educational position, really. Can we get a link for his coaching in the chat? Thank you. And Chris,
a Pokey Lobster emote.
Yes, true. Chris and Nas Inferno both say hashtag Segwin. That is brutal for Lobster Owns Bitcoin here, not getting any support in the chat. Thank you, Vortex, for linking.
Definitely a hype matchup, nothing else. What I'm excited to see is I'm excited to see Alex and Robert contend in the jungle. Both of these junglers, they're really on like these big team fighters. Neither one of them are really going to be like looking for intense dueling, so we'll really be watching how they play. Big team fight winning ultimates. Definitely big ones to watch out for.
What's wrong with the... Okay, so I'm hearing comments in the chat about not the ESPN, not the NFL on ESPN, which is Very questionable on my part. I believe it's actually the best NFL theme, if I'm being honest. The ESPN Monday Night Football, it's very strong in my opinion.
Yeah. What about Friday Night League?
Oh, well, that's bad in a lot of ways. Okay, so we have 50 seconds before the game goes in. We can continue looking at those lanes.
Nautilus Ezreal versus Pike Ash.
Nautilus Ezreal versus Pike Ash. Alright, well, first impressions? I don't know. I guess Pike could get punished in that lane. But Ash and Pike do have a lot of potential for damage, right? So it's all about how good can Matt peel for Larkin.
That lane sounds terrible for the red side until level 6. If
It's true. That level 6 can be very dominant.
Level 6 is brutal. Tie that together with an Amumu gank,
yes,
you have an instant double kill. Faster than you.
It's true, but I think the question is, will Larkin and Matt be able to punish pre-sex? And I think, honestly, they can really pull that off. We saw some fantastic execution on Friday.
Yeah. I do like that they have a varying degree of late game scalers on the red side, as well as characters that always have an incredible amount of say in the game, facing the game. Amumu is always relevant.
And we are getting into game.
As the Ash.
Here.
Game will start loading. Let's get some caster bets. Who do you think is going to take it? I think that this game is going to be taken by Segmentation Fault.
I would have to agree. This game, I will say, was go for Segmentation Fault. I guess we should also get that pre-series prediction. How do you think the series is going to go, both in breakdown and winner?
Maybe call me a cynic, but I think it's going to be 2-0 Segmentation Fault.
Oh wow, that is really pessimistic onto onto red side here. Team Lobster has some really good pop-off potential, and we have some very strong dynamics here. Right, we got Andrew versus Thomas in the top lane, and I think that can be a very volatile lane. Right, Thomas having some fantastic showing on that Ornn on Friday, right, getting most damage in the game as the tank. However, Andrew is very strong and, like, you know, a veteran player of League. I think hitting plat last season, so it is potential here.
Right, we have him getting that Conquer on that Jack. Sorcery second, could that be Gathering Storm? Who knows? So far, we seem to have the only Gathering Storm procs on the team are on the Rise, potentially the Jax, and the Orianna. So that's 2 potential Gathering Storm. Come out. Maybe the red team has more power to play with than I anticipated. We'll be excited to see how that plays out.
Yep. So as we get into game here, anything suspicious looking for items, or just seem normal on you guys' side?
Mostly looking normal. We'll say that we'll note that both ADCs are going Doran's Blade. Both of them have very much that all-in lane, very little poke, except coming out of the supports. Mostly relying on the ADC's poke. Ashe getting some nasty Ws. Ezreal will constantly be looking for those Qs. Both of them are saying they're going to try to spend the lane, contending with their damage, seeing what they can do.
It's true.
Right? The mid lane matchup should be fairly snoozers, if I'm being honest. Ryze and Orianna, both of them have the tools to get away, both of them have phase rush. Neither of them really has the damage to kill the other without jungle assistance for a while. So I'm mostly going to be keeping an eye on the slugfest that is top lane, and hopefully the slaughterhouse that is the bot lane.
Yeah, that will hopefully be a slaughterhouse. I'm happy that Larkin was willing to go for Doran's Blade first, and, you know, really try to punish that early game, that pre-6 here. In all chat, we have yes. In all chat, of course, Ruby Crystal. In all chat, Alex says, "I am a spicy Moomy. Unwrap me and taste the heat." Robert responds with, "I'm gonna eat your ass, Lanessa." And then Andrew responds, "The fundamental theorem will not be on the final exam." Very
so
interesting.
Both junglers starting with their bot side leash will seem to just be taking a pretty straightforward path for the top side to fight in that top lane 2v2 for the top lane scuttle. Pretty standard stuff.
Thomas getting a little low, or Robert, sorry, getting a little low in that clear against Raptors.
Ooh, the flash is forced out of the Ornn already.
Wow, that is some intense trades on his part.
Yeah, wow. Jax bringing the level 1. Andrew showing his knowledge of this champion.
Andrew really taking advantage of that level 2, pushing super hard on his part. chunking out Thomas even more, trying to take advantage of that. Oh,
Now,
Matt
we'll
goes
go
in
keep
for the
that.
engage, and they're going on to Elijah. He's about to go down, and that's Elijah getting Larkin receiving. No, not Larkin. Matt's receiving first blood in that situation. Seeing if they're gonna get a double kill here on Luke. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, and Luke's out safely.
Ooh, he manages to escape without blowing any sums. Very nicely done by Cranival. Giant wave piling up for Sinewy Brush. Now, even though he did have to blow the flash earlier, does have the corrupting pot, does have the biscuits, did bring inspiration set. Does have the tools to keep himself. Well, fine.
It's true. Okay. That's gonna be Larkin with an extra 4 CS, going for a Cull and a Fairy Charm. Can't get the tier quite yet, but really trying to take advantage of that. Robert goes back into the exchange, smites blue buff for health, and Andrew's going to be able to get this free roaming hit, but Miguel's here for the 2v1. Andrew decides to take that engage, going for Robert. It's getting him really low, but Andrew... Oh, and Andrew's able to get the kill here, and Triumph procs, giving him red buff, and he's able to engage. Josh is able to get the stun, secondary stun on with Andrew, and he's able to kill him. Thomas misses his knockup, but is able to land the W. However, Andrew's going to be able to survive just with a skim of health there.
Very clean war jump and overall plays from the Jax. Really knowing his champion well, strutting his knowledge.
Yeah, able to get that final burst of damage with the auto Q combo.
Yeah. Will secure a hefty farm advantage for the Amumu, already level 4. And now knowing that the J4 is down, having the level advantage and the red buff will very much run into this topside jungle.
Andrew's looking for the punish, or yeah, Alex is trying to get the blue, but Robert's trying to see and is able to scout that out, and Alex will back
Could have
off.
contested that most likely, but will back off.
He probably doesn't want to get caught out since they don't have vision. Oh no, they did have vision of every single laner. I don't know. Just trying to play it safe, I guess. Don't want to risk losing the
Will
lead.
walk into his own camps, forgets that maybe he's taken all of them.
I guess he's going for that final Krugs.
Yeah, I suppose. Might as well clear up all your top sides. Will give up, potentially, control of the bot side scuttle around Dragon, which will be spawning shortly.
That is
Whatever
true.
that could mean for the spot lane. Rather even CS coming out of the Ash. Larkin only got the assist there. Will only be able to turn that advantage into a Cull and Fairy Charm. No real major gold difference.
Matt will be able to have that early cloth armor though. That will help him with that overall tankiness against the full AD bot lane.
For sure. That cloth armor, that can do a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of early game damage reduction just due to how armor scales.
However, if I were the red team's bot lane, I would definitely be saying, look for Larkin.
Ooh, Matt's able to get the engage onto Elijah. Larkin did flush the stun there, I believe, and is able to chunk out Elijah and Luke, but not enough to actually get any kills.
Not quite enough. Luke still has both of his pots. Larkin does have the biscuit, so we'll be able to out-sustain the refill pot of Ash, but probably not healthy enough to look for any kind of engage. Flash still up on the Nautilus, however. Oh, we know how Larkin likes to play his lanes. Most likely will just be slow and steady from the blue team.
Oh, and that's the engage onto Alex. Or Alex was able to engage onto Thomas and punish him even further with that lead that Andrew holds.
This is bad. Andrew's he's a kills ahead. CS deficit already approaching 20.
Yeah,
Giant
already has
wave
150
being denied.
gold bounty. However, that pressure on the top lane may not be may not be important enough for that dragon control with the dominance of Blue's spot lane right now.
That's true. But the dragon, first Mountain Drake, is always never a bad decision to give that favor of tempo in other places in the map. Doesn't really get you much with that little smidgen of armor and magic resist, especially at these early stages of the game. Ooh, Larkin will eat forward for a little bit of ambition.
Trying to see if they get anything. Matt's able to land the hook. The ignite's just enough. Oh no, it's not. Okay. And that's Andrew ganking in for the bot lane, trying to punish Larkin. Oh, and that's just going to be a slaughter on Larkin's part.
Ooh.
That is unfortunate, using that teleport to push the lead from
TP.
top lane. Yes, that is...
From
honestly,
Andrew.
yeah, that was a very crucial TP, maybe changing the swing of the game.
Incredible stuff. It looked so good for the blue team. A great hook, great moves by Larkin with the aggressive E forward. Had the damage, but almost just not enough Jax now has 3 kills. And will walk back into lane with an almost finished Bork. Incredible stuff from the red team's top laner.
Yep.
Will this game be top diff? We'll find out.
Neither jungler still going around for that dragon control. There we get the sweeping from Elijah, just trying to see what's happening in the bot lane. However, Robert's there on the top side, just clearing his camps. Thomas having this very ambitious mid lane gank. He does have ultimate, so he's able to hopefully knock up Josh and get some kind of combo set up for Miguel.
2 big ults for sure. Definitely capable of changing the pace of things, but he opts to instead walk back to his lane. Quick note, Larkin opted for the pickaxe here, and Fairy Charm, not finishing his tier, which will mean that it'll be a while until the blue team gets that Muramana spike. I don't know how... They're really going to need a lot of mid-game power boosts if they're going to be able to deal with that Jax. So
I think they're just trying to gain every kind of inch of power for at least temporarily. Oh, and that's the stun onto Matt. Alex is going to follow up with the Q. Oh, and Luke gets the proper stun, and Matt misses the hook. Unfortunate. Larkin tries to get some response, and Miguel's here, ready to hopefully punish with the counter gank.
Alex is waiting in the wings.
Dodges the hook, and they find Alex. Alex pops the ultimate.
6 off the wave.
Robert goes in for the flag and drag, and gets the ultimate onto Luke, but he's able to escape with his dash. Oh, and that's immaculate! Command Shockwaves, getting a triple kill from Miguel.
Oh my god.
But Josh is here, with no mana at all, so he's actually unable to punish. But Miguel's still alive. Larkin will hopefully finish him off. Yeah, and that's 4 kills for the blue side on the bot lane.
4 kills at the bot lane, none for the red team.
Well, no, actually, Andrew was able to get a top kill in response.
Ooh,
Solo killing him right above the tower.
Does get the solo kill on the Ornn, despite the Ornn using his ult, and doesn't have to use his flash too. Still has a lot of
teleport comes in from Miguel, and they're just trying to push everything into Dragon, trying to translate their lead that they got in the bot lane. The Asher is going to spot him out, but it's just going to be too late. Josh says an all chat report mid, please. Honestly, I'd agree.
Wow, that was
just kidding.
Miguel proving his stuff, proving
honestly,
he got the State Farm Player of the Series.
Yes,
accolade from last
really
time.
Deserved that.
Incredible shockwave. The red team, they had some tricks up their sleeves. They had the level 6 off Yamumu. They were pulling some cheeky plays, and they almost made it out with their wits. But if not for that incredible flash shockwave play, it would have been all for naught. It's incredible instinct on Miguel, flashing into what could have been a dangerous place.
Twitch chat saying from Chris, called it. They needed to pick on J4 and hope for an Andrew pop-off, and they were able to execute. They played for their outs, and honestly, that's how you execute properly on a team.
Sure. Red team definitely seems like they're prioritizing Andrew a lot. And 4-0-1 with the completed Bork, the beginnings of his Merc treads, definitely paying off massive dividends. Low CS on the map. Oh. That is
yeah, this is honestly interesting. Each solo lane having a very strange dynamic, right? We got basically the bot side fed, but then top lane over here is definitely heavily sided towards Andrew. Hopefully they can maybe divert some kind of push towards top lane and save Thomas here, or is they just gonna let him tank it up?
The Steinway Brush insurance policy.
Koog's coming in for a second repeat gank onto Thomas, able to dodge the bamboo, not the bamboo, what's it called? Mummy wrap? Bandage toss. Bandage toss, not bamboo. That's what I was looking for.
Ooh, had the ult there. Could have just led with the ult.
Yes, he could have. Yes, he could have just led with the ult, and then Andrew would be able to follow up. But I'm not sure if they had the damage for it. Yes, it's true.
I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. I don't think there's anything Andrew doesn't have the damage for at the moment.
Yes, that is true. He has his Bork finished at 11 minutes.
Yeah. And with those Bork buffs that were received a couple patches ago, now does 12% of your current health on a hit. Now that's going to tank the crap out of Bork.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane on melee users right now. That's going to be Rift Herald for red side. Alex is going to probably throw it out top, I'm assuming. Just Andrew shoving it right now. Just looking for somewhere to throw it. However, Thomas is still there, so he can try to destroy that Rift Herald. The Rift Herald's going to only take out 2 plates, I believe, right now. So there's going to be still a single plate standing. And
but they do have the tools to dive. We'll
Yes,
see
they
how
could
do.
potentially dive here. They have all ultimates up. Well, actually, they'll have Alex's ultimate. And that's just going to be the top
That's a
tower gone. First tower for
12-minute,
red.
30-second turret.
Yeah, honestly, very impressive. That's going to Andrew have a
Cool stuff.
lot of plates there. A lot of gold going his way. Just pushing that lead even further.
Yeah, level
Riftfield's
10
still
against
alive.
level
Probably
8.
going to get a second charge off before Thomas is going to be able to kill it. Yep. And then they disengage after getting that last charge.
Very nicely done. The bot lane, the CS is pretty much even. The Ashe actually leading in kills. Not quite going the way that blue team was hoping it would. However, Cull is almost complete on market. Will give him access to a very nice amount of gold.
It's true. He does have his tier now, so he's going to be able to at least catch up a little bit on his Miramana. Definitely not as much as if he went tier first, but I guess that pickaxe kind of worked for them, right? Because that team fight went in their favor.
That's true, that's true. The finished jungle item on Robert. Goes for the warrior
Robert,
instead of the
going deep
tank.
into enemy territory. 4 people really close to him. Anything could really just kill him in this moment.
Gets vision of Alex taking the blue buff, decides against doing anything, knows that the dragon comes up in a minute, will bide his time, save his cooldowns for the bigger objective.
Red actually having these really insane rotations here. They got swapped mid and top, probably trying to apply more pressure
Ooh.
for Dragon.
Very cheeky hook on Larkin by Luke, very nicely done. Will take away about half of his health, is not left any more pots, any more biscuits. Really wants to stay.
2 more
because
stacks
he has
on that
2
Cole.
more charges on his
Yes,
call.
he really just needs to get a last burst, probably getting his Miramana. Oh, and he walks into the Ashe Arrow. How unfortunate. But Matt's properly blocking. Larkin goes in for the WQ combo onto Luke. That's the ultimate going on to Elijah. Elijah's also ulted on by Larkin. And the Ignite's going to tick him down to probably around 400 health, but it's not enough to kill.
Luke still has that ult.
Yeah, he still has that ult, that
could
execute
potentially
range.
lose.
It's probably... Oh, that's Larkin probably is around 200 health off the execute range.
Luke also has the flash, does not have the
Yeah.
ignite. We'll see if he can make anything happen.
Yeah, I
Currently,
think,
Andrew's
yes,
in the
he's
mid lane
probably
against-
looking for something ambitious.
You know Pike players.
Miguel and Andrew clash the Titans right now. The most fed people on both teams.
Duking it out in the mid lane. We'll be going for the Triforce next on the Jax. We see sometimes the black.
Could be a Iceborne Gauntlet, you never know. Nah, it's probably the Triforce, but you know.
Dirty Kanto does finish up his Roa. First part of the double scaling build for Rise. Gives him so much power, so much late game punch.
Still, unfortunately,
late game punch.
yeah. Yeah, continue.
Sorry. Yeah, late game punch that they can afford to save for because they're already leading 7 kills to 5 with a 2k gold lead. Incredible stuff for the red team.
Still an unfortunate around 40 gold or 40 CS lead on Andrew and Thomas. Oh, Andrew's going in for the engage onto Miguel. Gonna take him down to half health. Oh, and that's just a shutdown from Miguel onto Andrew. Getting that gold.
Clean. Doesn't even sweat. Doesn't even lose a corrupting pot and still walks back to Q onto their cannon minion.
Yeah, really
What
nothing.
a class act of the top lane.
Honestly, quite impressive. Josh is there, just covering the top side, trying to make sure no jungle camps, no minions are really pushing out far. Robert going for the flag and drag onto Andrew, however, he's 3 levels under. Honestly, I think Andrew can just dive him. Yeah, he's going in for the engage. Oh, and that's unfortunate. It's just going to be a kill on the flash burn. And Andrew's just going to be maintaining his dominance in mid lane.
Really unfortunate stuff for the blue team. The red team's wood condition was putting all of their eggs into the basket that is the Jax. Will be panning out nicely for them thus far.
Yeah, honestly,
6-0.
those repeat ganks that Alex was pushing in the early game just really got that lead onto Thomas.
Right, for sure. Will be having an excellent time, Andrew. Still has his
Interestingly,
flash and his teleport.
yeah, interestingly enough, Robert's actually still ahead of Alex in gold, or at least in CS. So that's going to be interesting to see. The
Ooh,
junglers are able to take advantage of that.
Dirty Kanto getting some damage onto the ore and doesn't have a finish item
Oop,
yet.
that's Thomas using the ult, Call of the Forge God. Miguel's going to engage. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Oh, and he's able to flash out, and Andrew and Josh are going to be able to kill him.
Get the clean flash out of the Orianna. Get stalled
here's
out of
the engage.
one.
Robert goes for the flag and drag with the ultimate onto Alex. That's going to be a hook into the full team, and Robert's just going to get shot, but hopefully they can get a kill. That's 2 flashes from both of the bot side blue, and they're just going to get the full combo onto Elijah, and that's the kill. However, Andrew is teleporting into the bot lane, seeing how he can pick up some kills here. Luke is going to be going on to Matt, and Matt's going to be able to hook back, trying to go for some kind of engage. The execute doesn't land onto Matt, and he still stays alive. That's Miguel coming in with the engage. Oh, and that's the shockwave, and enough to kill Luke before he's able to kill Larkin. Honestly, crazy stuff coming from Blue, just trying to pick up everything possible. It seems unstoppable when Andrew's coming in, though.
Couple HP.
Yeah,
very
honestly.
unfortunate stuff.
They're really just trying to take everything when Andrew's not there. It's
That
very
Gargoyle
impressive.
Stone Plate for the blue team will net 8 kill participations onto that Ezreal. That's what you really want to see, is Boromana stacking up, giving him a really nice way to parse their way through this mid game.
Yeah.
Dominance of the Jacks, unfortunately, can't be everywhere at once.
True.
Larkin will secure a lead for his team.
Looks like some kind of pursuits going on with Andrew and Thomas, and he's going to guess the wrong bush there, unfortunately. Thomas is already halfway down the river.
I say 20 minutes. Oceandrake's still on the map.
Yeah, Oceandrake's still on the map.
Word
Yeah.
on it. Both
Surprising,
teams seem to be
yeah.
going around.
Andrew rotated back to the top, so he's not going to be able to respond, especially with TP up not up. And they're just going to be able to take this dragon free. Great stuff, honestly. Even with
So
the
that will
gold
be
deficit.
2 objectives for the red team. Even though they're currently behind in kills and gold, we'll be saving up for that late game Elder buff. Hopefully they will be able to objective their way to victory with this.
Oop. Yep, and they're going for second Rift Herald, honestly. Yeah, that's just showing how ahead the top lane is right now.
They only have 30 seconds to take it.
Yeah,
They seem to
I
have
mean, I think
advantage.
Andrew, yeah, they're just going to pop it right there.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Wow, that's
Yes,
before 1930.
they were able to shove out all of the vision towards Baron, though. If you see, there's just really no capabilities of Blue being able to control Baron in the slightest. Hopefully they'll be able to translate that into a Baron taking, even though they haven't been able to obtain any dragons this game.
Right. And hopefully Orin will feel back a bit more of that power. Once he hits that level 13, we'll be able to get the upgraded Sunfire, and hopefully an upgraded,
Miguel and Josh might have a little skirmish here. Oop, nope, just some light damage going on. Josh is actually ahead by around 40 CS on Miguel. However, Miguel has 5 kills, so I think the gold's still relatively even.
relatively even. Also, stacked Seraphs on Miguel definitely does make the difference at Tool.
It's
Not
true,
only
but
because of the AP, but also because of the shield.
yes, and Josh has both scaling items here with both the Roa and Archangels, and they're going to be popping off soon. Andrew's able to just get a massive chunk of damage onto Robber and honestly just do some insane stuff here. Miguel's here though, so you may be able to respond. The command Shockwave is going to cancel the Blast Cone. And that's the teleport coming in from Ornn, I believe. Yeah, and that's going to be called the Forge God onto Andrew. The ult's going to miss, however.
Andrew
Oop, that's the ult on Elijah onto Larkin. They're going to try to engage, and they're going to... Oh, they're just going to get Josh here, unfortunately. Hopefully they can peel back. Alex in a prime position for some insane ultimates. Thomas is going to get chunked out a little bit. The gauge onto Alex. Miguel's in a strange position here. Hopefully going to get a single kill. Oh no, that's just the execute from Luke.
Ooh, wonderful execute from the Pike. They do get the Jax,
Kill? Yeah,
however.
they finally get that shutdown. 600 gold onto Andrew. Or, what's it called? Matt, unfortunately. And that's the kill onto Alex,
Ooh,
too. Hopefully
the
they
red
can
team
pick up
doesn't wanna be
another
here.
kill. Oh, the flag and drag misses by just the slightest bit. They do have the vision onto Pike. Hopefully they're going to pursue more, or no, they're just not going to be able to take someone that slippery. Elijah's here under tower. Hopefully they're looking for some kind of dive. Oop, that's going to
definitely
be...
pull it off. They have
Yes,
some
that's
meaty
3 of them.
boys.
Very, very beefy. And they're all just going to be able to lay it onto him.
Footwork is not fancy enough.
Yeah, unfortunate.
That was a bit of a questionable choice, I thought, for a second by the blue team. In the Scooby-Doo chase, they chose the door that was going after the Pike. That
Yeah.
was a bit of a questionable
Miguel was
process.
really
They
out of
really
position there,
tracked
just
down.
able to get laid on by the rest of the team, but it gave them the distraction to kill Andrew, and honestly, I think that's a worthy trade, right? That's a
That's
strong
true.
bounty on Andrew that was able to
Sure.
shut down. Unfortunately, it went to Matt, but just due to being him the support, it's going to be harder for him to translate that into a better gold for the team.
Right. Even though they're still behind in gold, they do take the kill lead for the first time of the game, 13-12. Very nice stuff.
Yes,
7
they
and
still have a
1,
gold deficit,
tarnishing
unfortunately.
Andrew's
Yeah,
exploits.
those 3 towers really just making up the gold. The gold lead from red team.
His next item seems to be going for a death stance. I wonder if they'll be able to pull off the same maneuver next time. If they'll be able to burst Andrew
Gonna be
quite as
all towers.
quickly.
Ooh, Robert and Thomas, the Horowitz brothers, looking to go on to Andrew and the Rift Herald. Look, he seems ready. He knows that Robert's there and is going to be willing to tank that 2v1.
Level 14 versus a 12 and 11.
Oh, unfortunate. They're
See
going to
there
be
what
trying
it
to
takes.
coordinate, figuring out what's happening. Oh. They're very indecisive, trying to figure out what's happening. Thomas is able to get the kill onto Rift Herald, and Robert will just flag and drag away, disengaging that fight. Some minor chip damage going to be coming from Larkin.
Larkin showing off.
It's definitely a Modesty's ult if I've ever seen one. Thomas using Call of the Forge God, just trying to get out Andrew off of that tower, but it's not going to be enough. You're going to get the tower. Oh, and that's going to be Miguel coming in. That's 4 people just engaging into the bot lane. Red unfortunately can't really punish that in any way.
The team doesn't really seem to be getting much out of that split. They get some of the wave control in the mid and top lane, but aside from that, they're just training the tower for their top laners fights.
Yeah.
Some might say worst. Not
Some
all,
might
but
say
some.
worse. Not all, but some. Red establishing some kind of control in the topside river. They get the scuttle. No other vision though. I guess the mid bush. Blue's looking for that 3rd dragon, that soul point over here, and Red's ready to answer. So hopefully we'll see a spicy team fight coming up.
If there was one to contest, it would be this one.
Ooh, Matt's here in the top, ready to try to interrupt anything that Alex can't really get on. He flashes in. Oh, and the ultimate's not going to be able to get him into the drag pit enough. Gonna be some strange splits over here. Blue's gonna take the dragon. Miguel's just distracting. Has the Zanya's up. Gets the knock up onto Andrew. That's the ultimate going up to them. Josh is still here poking from the side. Almost gets Miguel. And Andrew's coming in for the engage. Miguel's able to flash it. Are they going to peel back on? No. Oh, but Andrew's coming back, looking for more. Seeing if anything's happening. It gets the one-shot onto Larkin. Josh is here in the flank, able to get the kill onto Matt. Oh no, he's not able to get the kill onto Matt. Robert's still here, just getting chunked out, unfortunate. Miguel's looking for even more poke, hopefully going to get another kill. Oop, Josh goes for the flash and able to kill Miguel in that series of time. Honestly, very impressive.
Fancy footwork by the Rise.
Yeah,
Nice skill shot.
finally able to use that CS lead. Tom's going with the Call of the Forge God, and that's the Zanya's coming in, or the stopwatch coming in. It's not going to be enough. Oop, to get the knock up. Oh, unfortunate. If it was just a little bit more, maybe if that shield wasn't there, you'd be able to.
Well baited by the Rise. Even if he didn't intentionally make that happen, he does use the tools he has to come out on top. Blue team still ahead in kills, but that gold deficit. They have a lot of gold on their
They
jacks.
were
They have a
able
lot
to
of
get the
gold on
soul
their
point though.
Rise.
Yeah, Blue's really this strong dichotomy, right? You get the red side lead with just raw kills and Josh and Andrew, but they still have the drags, right? They have the scaling, the hope, the potential in that bot side dragon control. Honestly,
Infernal
insane objective control on Robert. It's fantastic.
You definitely want that Infernal Soul on
Yeah.
the Ezreal, on
It'll
the
be
Orianna.
yeah,
You
some
don't want it
fantastic
on the
poke.
Rise.
Yes, that's true.
You don't want it on the Ash.
It's not going
Both
to work
teams
out
having to-
very well with the engage comp, but the poke comp is just going to be able to get those explosions going.
Around 25 minutes, Larkin will finally have his Muramana finish. He's very strong in these next couple fights, looking to leverage that
Yeah,
strength.
he's
into
trying
that
to
fourth dragon.
get a death stance, right? That's the
Yeah,
build.
that's Sam's next.
Just trying to get some kind of resistances going while the magic pen and just scared that I'm assuming that the Jax and the Rise are going to get on top of him. Jack's going for some pretty strong flank here. Oh no, he's just going to steal the topside camps. Robert and Larkin looking for something onto Luke, but he's just going to get out.
Satiable appetite
Andrew going for the
on
flank
Jax.
here. Matt's able to peel successfully while Miguel's getting the damage off. That's going to be the kill onto Robert. The command shockwave going in. Ooh, that's the ultimate killing Andrew. Alex gets a fantastic ult onto 2, but the front line's still there. Oh, he gets the bandage toss onto Larkin. Thomas is going for the full kill onto Elijah, trying to solo kill, but Josh is going to be there to peel off. Larkin's trying to go for something. He has the blast cone there to get out safely, though.
Incredible footwork by the Ash. Incredible target hooks by the red
Yeah.
team. will pull up ahead of kills, almost 10k gold lead.
Yes, that is an insane gold lead. Though they get the kill onto Andrew, so it's a 1v4, but arguably that's actually worth, because they can't push further, but they're going for the Baron at this time. Larkin may potentially have his ultimate to steal, though. It's not enough, if I assume. Robert's up. He could try to go for some steal, but no, they're just going to be able to get it for free. I don't think they're even going to contest.
It's a terrible dilemma by the blue team, because you want to kill the Jax, but now that it's 30 minutes in the game, it's not just the Jax to the threat. You also have the 6-4 Rise. You have the Ashe with her Runons coming up on her Infinity Edge. Fully stacked Rua and Saras coming out of their mid laner. They have so many threats.
Yeah, that's both lethality items finished by Luke simultaneously, strangely. Umbral and Duskblade. And he has the gold bounty now. Matt going for raw armor, having not a single health item yet. Probably should get some just to compensate all that strong armor. Really needs to take advantage of his health down.
He likes to play with one hand strapped behind his back.
Yes, of course.
Really likes to give his opponents a chance.
Just trying to show off his skill, of course.
Robert's going to be in a minute.
Andrew's pushing out top. Yes, that's going to be Soul if Blue's able to obtain it, but Red's lead is incredibly strong here. Nearly 10k gold with the Baron buff.
I wonder if Soul will even make the difference at this point.
Yeah, that is the question.
Insurmountable as it approaches 10k.
And they're going on to the inhib, and they're going to continue the push.
The only wave clear they really have is on the Orianna.
Yeah.
They don't really have the tools to deal with this heavy push.
And Andrew's able to even push the bot side too, so they're going to have 2 lanes just applying a lot of pressure here. Tom's going to try to cover what he can, but he's 3 levels under and quite a few items. And Red's going to be disengaging for the dragon, trying to just get some dragon scaling of their own while preventing Blue from getting theirs. Blue's going to have a quick break here just to clear the waves.
The way the game's going, if both teams need Elder to end, looks like it could be...
Ooh, almost the steal from Larkin there, but not enough.
Very close. Does end up checking his account, sees that he's Pog Zazzy. Maybe if he was Modesties, would have been pulling something different, but not quite.
It is unfortunate that it wasn't a Modesty Salt, but it was close. Very close, honestly.
It wasn't even Alex's Smite, that was the Jax auto that got it. So if there was a time to get it, it would have been then. Very unfortunate stuff. Larkin will get the Frozen Fist out of his Ornn upgrade. Desperately needed one, but didn't get the Triforce, so will be getting the Ornn upgrade, which gives him a little bit extra armor, a little bit more mana, some extra mana damage, as well as a little bit of survivability.
Yeah,
however, a lot of their damage is not magic.
Pressure's really sinking in here, while Blue's probably going to, or Red's going to have at least another 40 seconds on this Baron buff, I believe. Or no, a little less, maybe 30 seconds. But it's going to probably be enough to get at least an inhib tower. Thomas goes for Call of the Forge God. No, it doesn't look like anything's going top. You were saying?
Yeah, no, so you have Ryze killing waves in one shot in the bot lane. You have Jax killing waves in one shot in the top lane. You have Ashe poking in the mid lane with the threat of the Pike engage and the Abumu follow-up. This is just an incredible 1-3-1 we've got going on.
Yeah, it's actually some very solid pressure and fantastic macro. They're going to try to punish Josh for being alone here. They get the command shockwave on, but that's going to be the Zanya's. There's going to be some more engaging as Andrew goes on to Thomas. And mid lane's going to go having another engage while Robert's going. That's just 3 little battles going on at the same time. Some fantastic stuff here.
Will leave his ADC behind.
Unfortunate. Miguel gets the kill on Josh. And that's going to be the interrupt, able to get Elijah there. Oh, but Andrew's here just ready to lay on to the people. Luke's looking for some kind of executes here. Andrew's trying to prevent what he can, but he's probably going to... Oh, he gets the stun onto 4 people, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be a lot of shutdowns. Look at that.
Doesn't pop the Amumu ult. Doesn't keep his ADC safe. Wonder what was going on in his Lobster.
He probably wants to play a little bit safe because he's still quite behind in items, so he doesn't feel confident enough to tank 4 people simultaneously like Andrew can right now.
Maybe. But does still leave the fight with the flash. Does still have the ult. Hopefully, we'll be able to put them to use at some point.
Yeah, we got
Gold lead still approaching 10k.
But honestly, look at those deficits. Look at the comeback right here. Blue was able to obtain 5 major items, right? Ornn was able to even get the upgrade on his own item, and that was 3 shutdowns, totaling nearly 1,000 gold, I believe. Yeah.
Levels get the upgrades. Orianna will be able to get the Zhonya's upgrade if she doesn't finish Rabadon in time. will be a bit awkward for the J4. It doesn't really have a straightforward item upgrade for him, but at the same time, they still are on soul point. All they need is just enough leverage to get them that Infernal Soul. Powerful the pops on the Ezreal Qs, on the Orianna Qs, will make the difference in those elongated team fights.
It's true. Apologies to chat because we did not have a proper interface going during that time. But we have
questions from the chat.
Yes, we do we have any questions from the chat? We do not. We just have some comments going for Andrew better have a good belt for his carry pants. Someone get C9 Jack on the line and get these teams signed. I could honestly agree. Looking for some engage onto Thomas here, or onto Josh. Ooh, that's the ultimate coming in from Alex. Secondary ult from Elijah. They're just gonna try to chunk out Alex, but he's gonna get away with the blast cone potentially. Oh no, that's just so much move speed on the Orianna. Just trying to get any slow, and that's the final auto with the clockwork wind up.
But in the bot lane, where are you going? Andrew's trying to apply. Chases down the Ornn, does approach that inhib.
The flag and drag coming in. Oh, and that's the stun onto Robert. Oh, and this is just gonna get one shot while Thomas just has to sit there and watch.
Brother, but that's what are you doing?
That's gonna get the full engage with Call of the Forge God, and he's gonna be able to ward hop out. And he's just going to use the blast cone to get a clean escape as red team goes on to the Baron and the wild goose chase continues with blue.
Pyke, not as tanky, will not be getting the gray health from the Baron. Maybe this isn't going as well as the red team had hoped it would. Ashe does have a lot of damage to offer though. We'll eat some fruits. We'll go back in. Oh, we'll die to the Baron.
That's the teleport coming in, just trying to throw everything at the Baron while there's simultaneously just this continuous chase onto Andrew pursuing him like they killed someone. And that's the Baron buff. While two lanes are already at the inhib for red team.
Scooby-Doo and the gang won't manage to nab the
but they're looking for that final dragon getting the soul here. But red's gonna spot them out. That's a lot of people collapsing while a lot of people are backing. And they're just gonna have to be staying.
Backdoor in the bot lane with the Baron buff.
But that's gonna be the Horowitz twins gonna be stacking. Blue's gonna try to make the turn as they get the engage and is able to kill Elijah. That's going to be, oh, the smite's missed, and the drag still goes to red though. But the Horowitz twins are trying to do whatever they can against Andrew, but he's gonna be dominating, and that's gonna be the kill onto Alex from the bot lane on blue. But Andrew's still going to be there.
A lot of blood.
Yeah, that's a lot of blood for the dragon. They are able to get the two inhibs as well as prevent blue from getting that soul.
Let's see what Andrew can do. Let's see how tight those parry pants are belted on.
He has
go for that third inhib.
He has that Baron. Yeah, the Baron buff is just. Oh no, it's still up for a while. And Larkin's going to do what he can. No, that's going to be 3 inhibs just taken by Andrew as they push what they can. No one else is going to be helping him, so it's going to be the solo escape, and he uses the blast cone to get out cleanly.
Clean. Take some wolves just to add insult to injury. That they just got triple inhibbed and the drag taken off of them. Yes. The red team walks away like magicians. Blue team thought they'd gotten it all. They'd gotten the kills. They'd won the fight. Yes, they walk away with ultimately nothing as super minions start to break down their doors. We'll see. They don't really have the wave crew to deal with this. They don't have Oleandri's on the Orianna. They don't have an ADC who can really deal with massive amount of waves. They do have some kind of wave runner on the Ornn, but outside of that, they're really going to struggle with these super minions.
Yeah, it's going to be a really dangerous game for them. Let's see here. It's going to be 3 inhibs down, 2 super minions coming in from each lane, just pushing in. Baron buff's expired at this point, but it's still going to be a lot of pressure coming onto blue. And the wave clear's not really there. Going to be the Cataclysm going on to Andrew. He's able to ward hop out of the command shockwave. It's going to be a lot of stuff burned as the super minions are laying into the Nexus over here.
Jax will be able to lifesteal off of Krug camp as the red team toes back and forth. Pyke playing with fire as he walks forward.
Josh is able to get the Zanyas. Alex is there for the 4-man ultimate. Elijah's trying to lay in the damage here. Call of the Forge God's being thrown, but Luke's able to get the execute off. Miguel's gonna go golden, but he's gonna get executed.
Good timing from
and
Luke,
that's gonna be the
that
damage
Pyke
sweep.
Expertise. Triple kill onto the pike.
And Andrew's gonna go. And Team Lobster Owns Bitcoin's gonna get game 1. Honestly, just quite the upset here. Fantastic carries from Andrew.
Wow, Chris called it. The Elijah and the Andrew factor. It's too strong to ignore.
Yeah. Incredibly impressive on their part.
Incredible displays by both teams, back and forth to the bitter end. Larkin and Oriana doing the first and second most damage in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, not enough.
Alright, and we're gonna go straight into game 3 here. Let's, spectating.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
So yeah, that was some very impressive showing from Lobster Owns Bitcoin, especially since we weren't expecting. Oh, yeah, sure. Hold on.
Yeah, wow, what a showing. Wild card for sure.
You're still in spectation according to the client?
Yeah, my client's bugging out.
Okay,
Sorry.
maybe you have to restart.
Yeah, okay, so this should be fine now. Can you send one?
Okay. Yeah, Matt's going for Azorius. Honestly, probably well deserved. He really tried his best there, trying to prevent the peeling onto Andrew and Larkin.
Landed the hooks he needed to, but there just wasn't enough. There just wasn't enough to deal with the rise, with the jacks.
As Chris said, it did really turn into a Jack's Chase Clown Fiesta. Red just throwing everything they can onto Andrew, trying to kill him. Just think that's the pivotal moment of the team fights, but unfortunately it wasn't enough with the objective control.
Yeah, I think I'm out. Could you invite me?
Sure. We got a comment saying from Golden Thorn, hashtag #LobLob. I'm assuming that is the Lobster Owns Bitcoin lobby. Really just trying to go for the faction here, and looks like we're going to be turning into champ select soon. However, we have multiple people, potentially a spectator here. Not sure what's happening. Maybe there's a substitute coming back. Arlen's coming in for game 2. Another change, just like Friday.
I'm gonna go get some casting ice cream. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You head to game 2.
Alex, could you please explain how hashtag #LobWin turns into hashtag #LobLob? Yes, he's getting some castor cream. Honestly, yeah, that was a fantastic game. Quite the upset. We'll see if they can translate that into a 2-0 or maybe a 2-1. But Segmentation Fault's reign of dominance is looking a little shaky here.
Return of the Prodigal Son. Arlen joining the lobby. Freshly minted gold 2 rank. See what he can do with it.
He's ready with the right attitude. Luke, get on the other team, you bozo. In the chat. See if this is the pivotal thing they needed. Maybe Arlen was the switch.
Speak Albanian.
Maybe Arlen switching for Matt is able to really come back in that bot lane. Apply some more pressure. Get that lead going.
It definitely does. It definitely gives them a couple of more signature picks that they could base things around.
It's true.
They know they have to watch out for the Vel'Koz now.
They have to watch out for that Leona.
For the Death Ray. The
Yep.
that really did some work on last time.
Well, there's a lot more they have to look for.
By do it. Really not much a Nautilus could do against the Jacksons popping off. But he managed to do. At one point he was like 3-1, 4-1. He did incredible.
Yeah, just waiting on
not much to draft him out.
Thomas here looking to come back into the right lobby. How was your day?
It was alright. Spent a lot of time laying in bed, being sad, but other than that, good stuff.
We have a formal DMCA request for demanding royalties for using the image on stream. I'm assuming that's alluding to the stinky poopy gorilla or orangutan on the right side of the stream right now. Unfortunately, we cannot be providing royalties at this time. Please contact my law team. Lawyer team?
Please contact my lawyer. She also represents Pokemon.
Yes, thank you. He has a tier 3 subscription to Pokemon. And Arlen Jock is going in, and it looks like we're honestly going to get into Champ Select very soon.
They proved their synergy last time. See if they can do it again, pull something out of the bag. To deal with the items of the Jacks, of that top lane carry. Now, the problems aren't as simple as just banning the Jacks. Because...
Oh wait, hold on. We have some breaking news from one of the players here. Aki the Great would like this the commentary to reflect that he reached 900 ping last game. Potentially explaining some of that as teamfight decisions. Just trying to play it safe while he's lagging to all hell. They were trying to change the order for draft here. I see. Trying to get some signature picks here.
You know what they say? 900 slimes, 900 ping.
Yes, of course. 900 gex, you know.
Now, going into the second game, they're really going to have to figure out what they can do, because now the Lobster team, they've proven that they have something that not many other teams seem to have, which is that hat-trick top laner. Carry from top strats are usually pretty inconsistent, pretty unreliable. They have the man for the job in that Plat 2 Andrew at the top lane. Really proving his stuff, proving that he's an item to be played around, something to be measured for. I wonder how they'll adjust going to the second game.
Yeah, it's true. So that was, according to you, an upset, right? That's unexpected. You'd think that the team Segmentation Fault was really going to just stomp on Lobster, but they were able to really go for that wild card volatile pop-off comp, right? They were able to get Andrew that lead and really just dominate.
Where the discrepancy occurred was the team fights. They were just so split.
Sure.
Blue team had a very classic front-to-back playstyle, which they just weren't executing on, or more accurately, Lobster just wasn't letting them execute on.
Yeah, no,
they
it's
were
true.
Constantly
Strong
at
disruption.
Points, there would be two different fights happening at different times with different targets.
They were just really able to flank around and use their strong mobility to get an attack on the team in different parts. And
even though I do maintain that the blue team had the better team fight, ultimately they had the better team fight as 5. The red team had stronger characters and ultimately stronger champions. So when they split it into 2v3s and 3v2s and 4v3s, they really found a great upper hand with that Jax pick, with that Rise, with that Ashe damage, and the Pike coming out of the red team. Really unorthodox drafting and thinking.
yeah,
Panning out for a fantastic victory.
looks like we're getting a ready check, just seeing if everyone's finally done and complete, and hopefully we can get into Champ Select very soon. Got the substitute for Matt into Arland, and you can see if Segmentation Fault with their original comp is going to be able to turn around. However, this is the comp that lost the first game against Team Poo Poo.
This is true.
Yeah, the substitution which really turned it around for them.
I'm excited to see what Larkin's Galaxy Brain draft is able to pull out of this bag. He has teased the Tara key. He has teased the 5 movement speed. We'll see what he does. If he'll lean into a little bit of experimentation, or if he'll succumb to his senses and just go for a pretty standard team pitch, which is what they've been doing most of the time.
Yeah, so we get into bans here, and that's going to be 2 target bans onto Josh, just banning his 2 main mid laners, which are Annie and Vigar. There's going to be even more bans onto Miguel with that LeBlanc and Akali.
And the last time, if they banned Mordekaiser, identical bans.
And then they banned out Thomas's Shen? I don't believe Thomas played a ton of Shen. But maybe they have something in mind that Shen counters super hard, so they're trying to avoid it.
BMing, they're just banning the same things they banned last time.
Huh.
Or maybe
they're just trying to
Shen
keep a consistent strategy,
Andrew.
you know?
It could be that Andrew just doesn't
Want to play against Shen? Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
him
Shen
the
does
personal
do well
preference.
against a lot of his big picks.
It's true. That's going to be Ash coming back for Elijah. So Larkin has the immediate choice of a counter pick if he wants.
Also,
He's going to take back that Ezreal, keep it back that dominance. Robert's going to take that Jarvan, you were saying?
Deja vu, I've been in this draft before. The Jack still remains open, I will say.
Yes, that is true.
So,
they can just immediately pick. Oh, but it looks like Moki may be coming out from the instead of Yumumu. Yeah, that's going to be the Wukong. It's going to be a strong shift from the AD to AP split. Unless Luke is going to pick... It's going to be a Blitzcrank coming in for Luke. That'd be very interesting. Trying to
very
punish...
nice pick into J4.
However, yeah, I mean, it's going to be really hard to touch Slippery Ezreal with a Blitzcrank. Oh, it's going to be the Nico. Interesting choice. I'm assuming that's going for Josh mid?
Most likely for the mid lane there.
Yeah, but Miguel's going to be able to get the counter pick
there.
Yeah.
I actually like the Blitzcrank into the Ezreal. The Ezreal can buffer the flash, but if Blitzcrank flash ults, there's quite literally nothing the Ezreal can do about that. It's one of the few zero counterplay combos that can really affect the Ezreal. They ran out with the Ahri pick.
Yeah. One of Miguel's signature champions, yeah. As opposed to the other two they banned.
Yeah.
It's going to be bans coming in. Yeah, the Mordekaiser's going to be taken out, and that's almost mirroring last game's bans, however. But it's close. We have some different picks here, though. We got the Nico, the Wukong, the Ahri.
I'm excited to see in the second phase what Team Lobster is going to be going for. It seems like they have a lot of burst, a lot of team fight. However, they are missing a bit of beef, and with the Ahri and Ezreal on one team, you definitely want a bit more beef going.
Okay, so we got the Nautilus ban. Probably still thinking Matt's playing. However, I don't believe that Arlen's willing to play Nautilus. That's gonna be the set ban. Trying to avoid Luke playing it in support or maybe top. It's gonna be the final ban here, trying to pick out potentially what's happening in the top or support role for both sides.
I must not fall.
It's gonna be the Leona, so that means that Arlen's Vel'Koz is still there, which is what they won on that last game. It's gonna be the Ornn pick potentially. I believe they want the counter pick. Honestly, I'd probably pick the support first here.
But it looks like a lot of what they're going for is they're going to be probably trying to play around bot side a lot more, knowing that if they play around top side, it could just end up beating more than Andrew. They want to really starve the resource trains heading into the top lane. Ornn, very self-sufficient if played correctly. Oh no, disaster potentially. I can hear Thomas's sweat hitting the floor from here. Jack just gets covered. Oh God.
It's gonna be the Singed pick into Ornn. Andrew really just trying to lay it on and crush the balls of whatever the hell is happening in the top lane.
Oh, we get in the chat here. Any chance the Ornn is flexed bot? Ornn support has been done before.
Yeah,
however,
and then they can really hard punish that with a Vayne top if they do that.
However,
Luke's gonna get the Braum. Okay.
The Braum.
Get the Braum Ash.
A lot different of a lane.
Yeah.
Very, very different.
Blue
lane.
really, I think, swapping here, right? We got the more traditional comp on the red side and less traditional on the blue side now. Because we got the, we got the standard control mage. Yes, the teams have changed. I guess, yeah, it is the same teams that picking traditional.
What the Lobster draft is.
Yeah, and that's the Karma. Very interesting.
I doubt if they would flex the Ornn. Ornn support is a very...
Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's talk about the comps here. Again, starting with top lane, although we didn't finish with our roles here. So, Ornn versus Singed. I believe Singed dominates that very strongly.
Team Lobster game and 2 drafts. They've officially cemented their place as my favorite team in the tournament.
Yes.
They're willing to make the picks that no one else is willing to make. They're willing to make the plays that no one else is willing. They're willing to take Luke, even though we all know it's Luke. They just have proven so many different ways that they just are thinking outside of the container that the box that all the other teams are trapped inside is.
Yeah, I mean,
really,
when you're not really playing for a certain team comp, but more like a pop-off potential, you can really just choose whatever lanes you want here, right?
Dude, they drafted Singe and Eco.
Yeah, those are some very...
That's excellent.
Yes. Out of pocket, you could say.
No cap.
Okay, and then we get into that 3-minute spectator delay here.
I'm gonna use a spectator delay. Put my ice cream back. Give me a second.
Okay, so that's going to be the caster cream going back into the fridge. Chris saying, any chance the Orn is flex bot? We were talking about this. Interview someone by force. Well, they're going into game now, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. It's probably a poor idea. What do you guys think? What does chat think about the chances of the teams here, right? We had a lot of people last game going for that seg win, I believe. And now, are we having any changing? Are we going to get off the bandwagon now that people are losing? Or does anyone think it's going to be something else? Chris says he likes the lob comp. Yeah, the lob comp is definitely very volatile this game. We're going to see a lot of changes here. Much more utility. Yeah, you got the Braum there. I believe it's more volatile, you know? You got Nico there, you got Singed. There's a lot of changes where it could just be like a feast or famine situation. Too many eggs in the Ezreal basket? Yeah, I'd agree. Ari can definitely pop off, especially when Miguel's piloting it. And going against a squishy champion, right, Nico? He can really severely punish that. And he'll be able to get pretty safely out of Nico's stuff. And the thing is, is the lockdown from utility going to be going against Ari, right? Can they really punish Ari for picking Ari? It'd either be Wukong knocking up Ari, but I believe that Alex is going to be spearheading it all against Ezreal. So then it's really just up to like the Braum and the Singed. And how much are they really going to be able to do against Ari? It's just going to be like what? The Glacial Fissure coming in from Braum? No, I don't think there's really much that you can do there. It's Glacial Augment Ari, I don't have much faith, to be honest. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of lockdown. They could really just disengage everything they would want to be doing, right? That Nico Wukong can't be getting on top of the team with that Glacial Augment. But the thing is, Miguel might be going for more of a carry role, and then he might just be taking like Electrocute or Dark Harvest and not Glacial Augment. Although I could see him going more traditional. Again, last minute there, going into game. Karma pick's a little strange. I haven't seen Arlen pilot that in the slightest. So, we'll see if he's able to execute on that. Maybe they're just going for win rates? The play here is mess with jungle and get top behind again. So you're saying that's what Team Lobster should be doing. Oh, and that's going to be the spectator delay. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. That's getting us into game. And that's going to be, yep, that's the Electrocute on Ari. And it's going to be Glacial Augment onto Josh. So it's going to be quite a role reversal here. I'm going to try to go more for the lockdown on Team Lobster, while Miguel's really going to try to go for that carry role here. Just, you know, he drew the bans, he's going to be trying to draw the pressure, just do everything he can to get ahead. Andrew going for some very audacious Ghost Ignite Conqueror, trying to just stomp onto Thomas. I'm not sure he's been practicing that in the slightest. Yeah, hopefully Alex will just use that Wukong and try to dominate onto the Ornn this game. And we're into game here. Just loading in here. Hopefully no technical difficulties. We'll see if any traditional items are going here. Got the timers up.
You'll see a fox. Follow it.
It's gonna be Dark Seal coming in for Andrew. That's not super surprising, given it's Singed. But they have changed the potion interactions with his ultimate. But it's still gonna be useful if they go for a corrupting pot later.
And we're back.
Yes.
Just wanted to say, I've done a lot of belaboring, done a lot of thinking. I would like to change my initial offering to instead, I think that Lobster will 2-0 this.
You think Lobster will 2-0? The strong
Lobster's
switch
gonna
going in
2-0.
from a Segmentation Fault 2-0 to a Lobster 2-0.
If
Andrew's
what
going
else
to
would it-
completely BM with the 5,000 IQ, execute onto topside, and that's going to be
Luke will leave the game.
Luke leaving and Elijah pausing, and they're going to figure out what's going on. Luke's like Luke is going to be coming back in. Ari going for the Miguel saying, Miguel saying that this is a normal thing for Andrew, just demoralizing the enemy by showing that he can execute whenever he wants.
His life is in his hands and his hands alone.
It's true.
He defiantly screams at the red team.
He can do whatever he wants, including take it. That's a power move if I've ever seen one.
Thomas, disappointingly looking at his top lane, wondering what if I had just pathed there. Hoping maybe he could have gotten the free kill. Instead, we'll be going against the Dark Seal Cinched.
Yes.
Luke arriving back on the scene. Both junglers starting on their red buffs on opposite sides of the map. We'll be looking forward to where they meet for the first time. A lot more dueling power in the hands of Cougs with Wukong instead of the
Gonna be some standard leash going on here. Sans the fact that Luke wasn't really there the whole time. Still able to get that passive, the Winter's Bite, off. Or concussive blow, sorry. The Q's the Winter's
J4 will have to smite that first camp. Does
Yeah.
do the solo leash. Does get pretty low without getting leashed.
I guess they're trying
Wonder-
to. Yeah, I'm assuming Thomas was just trying to make sure that Andrew wasn't able to execute a second time there.
Yeah.
But
That's
honestly, you're
difficult
probably
to-
cruel-hearted brother, if I'm being honest.
That's quite
Yeah,
difficult
Robert's
to
getting
do.
incredibly low here. Just last 100 health, not really kiting the camps much, but he does have the red buff to get him back.
He does have the red buff. It's pretty difficult clear to do the way he's been doing it with Talisman. If he had the machete, can definitely do that, but we'll be very low heading into this into these rafters.
Arlen really just trying to push whatever he can onto Elijah. Just solid harassment on his part.
Karma pick, really like it. I really think it was a good utilization. Like it a lot more than I like the Vel'Koz. But that being said, Ashe and Braum is just such a strong lane. It's really difficult to display it.
Andrew getting low, but he does have a level advantage onto Thomas now, seeing if he can flip him. I think there's going to be a kill very soon in that lane, just due to the fact... Oh! No, okay, nothing going there. Some even more harassment going on from Larkin and Arland onto Elijah and Luke. Some standard camp clears here. Robert's still very, very low. I think he's just going to go for that scuttle and try to get out here, while Alex is going to be going for that topside scuttle as well.
Also, would like to note, no teleports on Lobster. Really putting all their eggs into winning their lanes, respectively.
Yes.
Less late game.
Also,
Just
yeah, no
generally-
teleports in general on the blue side. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I guess top will be able to have that pressure, and it's just depending on how well that Singe does, who had to do it very early back. I guess he's just going for that corrupted pot, trying to apply even more pressure in the lane.
Very
Maybe
powerful.
Thomas will be able to go for a freeze here, though. That is the question. Although I guess Andrew will do his best to just clear and proxy.
What I'm looking forward to is I want to see if either mid laner is able to ascertain a lead. Both mages pretty standard. They have their own CC. They have their own damage. Pretty good ults. Very different execution. I'm looking forward to see how they work with their junglers in order to get the ganks and kills off the way. Alex is a camp ahead, however, at the moment. Will be evened out if he takes his romp. Full health after all of that clearing on the Wukong. Will
Yeah,
be able to
very
set up
healthy
vision.
clear using that clone to its strongest advantage. Looks like mid lane's hitting 6. I could potentially see a kill there. Top lane's staying relatively stable for what was very dangerous at a certain point there.
Big trades from Thomas in that top lane. The Singe not packing quite the punch that the Jax did. Or at least not yet.
Andrew looking for some kind of engage, gets the flip onto Thomas. He's going to be able to get the proxy, or he's going to be able to get the Q off, and Thomas looks like he's getting really low, and that's first blood for Andrew there.
Ooh.
Using that Corrupting Pot charge and getting a Dark Seal stack can be very strong coming in to the later part of the game.
That's the worst part about the Dark Seal. In that Singe matchup, he'll get the kill and he's just stronger the next time he goes for it.
It's true. And Thomas
in the
is
mid lane.
yeah, Thomas is going for, I don't believe that's how Adaptive Helm builds. Robert going for the Flag and Drag Flash, misses the knock-up and is unfortunately not able to catch the bot lane. Luke and
Nice
Elijah getting out
restraint
safely.
from the
But
bot.
yes, Elijah was able to flash in that situation though.
Trading Jungle Flash for Ash Flash.
Yep.
Pretty immobile without that tool. However, the current way the waves are looking, we'll probably be able to set up a nice, nasty freeze right outside their tower. With
Miguel's
5 caster
looking,
minions.
yeah, Miguel's looking for some really solid freezing, trying to do something ambitious perhaps. Just looking for any potential for a kill.
But they just with that level 6, Miguel with a pot ahead. We'll see if either of them are able to turn into anything decisive.
Already a
Singed.
pretty significant gold lead if you look here. It's almost 1,000, right? In terms of gold share,
Yeah.
that's pretty significant right now.
Singed with the Hextech Revolver.
Probably
Maybe
going
looking
into a
most likely-
gunblade?
I was thinking
GLP?
for a Proto Belt maybe.
Protobell. Very interesting. That's a strange burst combo.
Unorthodox pick if he does go for it. But if you think about it, it does give Sinch a lot of things he needs. An extra way to get onto people, a little bit of survivability, cooldown reduction, AP.
Miguel
It'll
has
be
that
interesting to
ultimate.
see
Oh,
as he
gets the
goes-
charge, uses the ultimate. But Josh is able to get. Oh, and that's the ultimate, just killing Josh there. Even getting the shield,
Yeah.
but it's not enough.
Ari picks up the kill without having to expend the flash. Leaves 3 CS behind, but a kill ahead, as he will
Mm-hmm.
get the solo.
Just really trying to take advantage of that ultimate. And that's
And the
Andrew
top
able
lane.
to kill him just with that solo kill. Pretty audacious on Thomas's part, trying to go for that 1v1 when he's very behind.
Yeah, doesn't respect the ignite difference, doesn't respect the Dark Seal stacks, and that surprise damage from the Hextech Revolver
true.
does give you an extra 100 damage roughly.
Very
that
strong
auto.
early in this game.
Very strong early pickup.
Robert's here for yet a secondary gank. Doesn't look like they're going to push in enough, though. Really trying to stay a lot more safe after Robert tried to gank him a lot last game. And blue team looks like they're playing towards their outs. Lobster Owns Bitcoin is really looking strong here.
Yeah. Both teams pretty slow in the objective uptake. Neither one of them really wants to make that first decisive step towards the dragon. Both of them kind of feeling out their options, wanting to catch the other one.
Yeah, I mean, going back to our predictions on the series, I don't think I ever stated. Oh no, I do believe I said it was going to be a 2-1 in Segmentation's Fault lead. I would probably say it's going to be a 2-1 in terms, or I'm hoping for a 2-1 in favor of Team Lobster Owns Bitcoin.
I think they're going to take this one away,
You really think
just
so?
based on what I've seen.
Yeah,
'Cause
I mean, yeah.
The big thing, Segmentation Fault have proven that they're really good at playing within that structure of like front to back. And
Yes.
it was against that mirrored structure in the Team PP games
Yes.
that they were playing against. They just executed better onto their own drafts. But full wildcard energy coming out of Lobster Owns Bitcoin.
Yes, they're really able to just pull out that meme potential and really just take.
It's both meme potential, but also genius, because if you think about it, there's so many more, like a lot of drafts and a lot of meta drafts, especially in competitive, are incredibly. Arrow will come out onto the J4.
Yeah,
Like,
Alex really not
carefully
trying to
heal.
go for anything there, just playing it very safe. Maybe potentially lagging and he just doesn't want to risk it.
Maybe they will leave with the first drag, securing a slight advantage on the side of. Still about 2k gold behind, so we'll see if they can do anything about it.
Alex is kind of caught out here. Does have the W to get him away. Uses the flash, able to dodge the charm, but Miguel has a lot of damage here. Josh is coming in, gets the ignite, and that's going to be the kill onto Miguel. Looking for even more damage, trying to push even stronger, but he's out of
Very
mana and
clean.
out of cooldowns. Honestly,
Well,
solid
look
on
at the
Miguel's
red
part.
buff. Very solid pickup for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about that forward to back here, and I agree that it is very strongly disrupted by the team comp, both games, right, at this point. However, I think Miguel has a lot of potential to carry here. I think...
That's why I like the Ari pick a lot. I thought if they opted for something like the Orianna or like a Ryze, one of those staple team fight picks, then I think that the red team would be totally in trouble. But I do like their pick for the Orianna. I do like the potential for gank spotting that gives with the J4 if they choose. Really maneuver it into the mobile on-map presence. I do like, that's one of the reasons why I also like the Karma pick. Giving them that extra bit of damage and utility outside of just meatball. They have a lot of tankiness from the J4s. They're giving them a lot more maneuverability. That being said, I still favor blue team. Oh, you're right. He's going for a Gunblade.
He's going for the Gunblade? Yeah, with the Conqueror. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. He's going for some relatively high damaging singed gameplay, right? He can build partially tanky, partially damagey, go for like a semi-bruiser build, and really just try to rush in on someone, right? He's probably going to go for like a Righteous Glory at some point.
They don't really have the tools to deal with him on... They really need at least 3 people. They need at least the J4, the Ari, and either the
Karma
or the Ezreal.
Yeah.
They really, outside of those, because they need the Ari and the J4 for the CC lockdown, and the Orin and the Ezreal for the extra damage on top. Outside of that, I don't really think that they could get a kill, especially the way it's going. If he's
that's the charm onto Josh here. Gets the ultimate with the flash. Miguel and Arlen are both able to dodge it, and that's going to be the kill onto Miguel yet again.
3-0 on this Ari. Taking Time Bomb for sure will be the decider of what happens. But
now,
as I was saying earlier about draft, Luke will just flash. Scared of Larkin looked at him the wrong way, and he decided to press the F key.
And the question ping, of course.
Of course. But as I was saying earlier, like when it comes to drafts, at the end of the day, all that really matters is not necessarily how meta your draft is, because none of these people are LCS players. All of them are very casual, are looking for the intramural experience. What really will decide what the winning team's going to be is not how close to those meta strategies, for example, how close to their comfort spots do they play? What are they able to execute on?
And last game we had the shutdown from Andrew onto Miguel, which kind of dictated what happened that game. But this time we're going to see if that's going to happen again. And, that's going to be the 2v1 onto Miguel, and that's going to be just a repeat of last time, unfortunately.
Incredible itemization by Kooks, going for the Hex Drinker.
Yes, just really clutch
didn't see that
this
coming.
round.
Delaying his own jungle timing just to make sure that he could get to make that one kill happen on the Ari.
That burst of magic resist, that slight magic shield. Very impressive this game.
Definitely surprised me when I saw it. I thought it was a nullifying orb.
Yeah, I thought it was nullifying as well.
I was incredibly surprised too to find that the jungler wasn't building warrior but was actually building against him. Incredible foresight by Kooks. Made that kill possible. However, that being said, still does delay his jungle items. It will be a while until he's able to duel the J4.
Andrew's going to go for a full proxy now. See if that's going to be enough for him to get plating. And they're going to be going for that. Robert's going to be here. Decides not to go for the steal. But they do have vision, and yeah, that's going to not be enough. Very timid play from both junglers, just trying to play it safe.
Wants to go for it, but if he finds himself on the wrong side of that ridge, without that flash, he will find himself at the mercy of the 120 CS Singed, 2-1 X-Tech, 5 stacks in the Dark Seal.
A horrific repeat of last game. We got the same thing coming on with that Rift Herald going top.
Before 14 minutes. It won't,
it won't. Yeah, unfortunate. That was not the gold going on to the top side. But it's going to be the exact same situation with Thomas versus Andrew with the Rift Herald charging yet again. Going to get that second charge off, unfortunately.
This is the same thing we saw last time. Even though the red team has been excellent at securing those dragons.
Luke coming out of position. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate here. Elijah not giving him any opportunity for the jump.
Panic Ignite. Okay, no, he won't. He played that optimally.
No Panic Ignites here. He's a good boy. It's going to be ultimate from Josh, getting a strong burst of damage onto Miguel, but Miguel's going to be able to pick up that 4th kill now. And Redstone's going to start drag yet again, going for that second drag, having, again, a shockingly similar repeat of last game, but with the dragon control going back to Team Segmentation Fault.
Except this time, a lot of kills on that Ari. 4-1 accounts for 2/3 of the kills of their team. Incredibly enough, Karma accounting for the last third. However, the Singed, something that they account for is that the Singed has broken up the top tower.
That's going to be the Cataclysm onto Andrew. Hold on a second here. It's going to be the flip. Going to get the kill potentially. That's going to kill, but he sits into the gas, and it's not going to be enough to kill Robert. That's just a free kill. For some really disrespectful push in the mid lane here.
Incredibly well done by Robert, knowing his damage, knowing what he's capable of. This time is opting for the Bammy Cinder, knows that he's not supposed to do the damage. The team needs him to be able to tank things up.
Yeah.
And that
Unfortunate,
might have been what made it possible to make that kill happen.
It's true. Alex going for some really disrespectful push, trying to get anything possible onto Robert. Larkin's here, and he's just going to be taking the camps. Well, Larkin just slowly gets his camps here. Yeah, honestly, I think the team Segmentation Fault is just not going for enough carry potential in the bot lane, right? If they lose this game, Larkin's Ezreal will have a 25% win rate in these games, you know? It's not enough for them to really take advantage of where their skill is.
Sure.
And that's going to be the push onto Luke. Still able to use the shield, goes for the jump in, but unfortunately is charmed just on the tipper there. And Alex is going to get out, but Luke is unfortunately caught. But Andrew's going to be able to push in the top or in the mid lane here. Does he have a demolish? That is the question. I don't believe he doesn't. He went for Taste of Blood. So hopefully Miguel and Robert are going to be able to cover that. That's the flag and drag, going for the clear. Really low. That's the charm onto Andrew. That's the toss, unfortunately, and the damage just isn't there. Yeah, it's just not enough. He's able to get out with that move speed. Though Tom is able to get the solo kill onto Josh, even how far behind he is. I'm not sure what happened there. Josh must have done something really disrespectful to get killed there. Or the assassin tank. Oh, that's the Cataclysm onto Andrew, but he's able to get tossed. Both skill shots are going to miss onto Andrew. Just a single charge, unfortunate, and that's the Penguin dab, just showing that Andrew's just such a slippery boy.
Fancy footwork coming out of the Singed.
Yeah, no resistances whatsoever, still able to dodge everything.
One stack, but he's determined to keep onto it. Fuses Leap. Incredible stuff coming from the top laner.
Harassment's being laid incredibly strongly in the bot lane. Just seeing it yet again. And Andrew's coming back for even more. Except this time Miguel has his ultimate, while Andrew will not. So if he pushes even harder, it's going to be strong.
Yeah. Alex K hasn't backed in a while. He's still sitting on that Hex Drinker. He just blew it while taking Krugs. Hopefully he'll be able to back with a Warrior and then some. Otherwise he will be keeping himself at quite a deficit.
Yeah. Warrior being the most gold efficient upgrade in the entire game in terms of raw stats. It's a lot he's going for. Miguel's just looking for any opportunity to get the advantage onto Andrew, and Andrew knows it, reading him like a book.
This is incredible. It's 9 kills to 3. Powers are even, but the gold is still more or less even.
Yeah. It's incredibly strange. Yeah. Honestly, Segmentation Fault kind of has the lead right now, even though we're not. Oh, that's the snipe onto Elijah! Impressive work onto by Larkin, just reading him very strongly.
Hogzazi will press R, but Modesties will fire away.
Yeah.
As they get the kill onto Elijah.
Andrew going for the haunting guys, going into the Leandri. It's just really pumping out that damage, trying to do everything he can to one-shot the rest of the team. He's going to have to be very cautious, though, because he can have no resistances against a relatively strong damage team comp right now. Arwen actually executing the Karma far stronger than I expected. I haven't seen him practice it, but maybe they've been doing some secret scrims here.
Maybe Karma is also just generally a pretty easy character to execute on.
It's a very simple. Yes, it's a very simple driving champion.
As long as you get poke instincts to use.
And get some itemization here. He's gonna get a lot of magic resist very freely here, since Elijah and Alex aren't very strong right now, so their AD is not gonna be there, right? So they can just get a lot of magic resist. Karma's gonna stay alive very easily, and hopefully get those shields and those just very powerful heals that the damage over time is gonna be nullifying.
Alex K finally manages to pull off the back.
Gets a warrior enchant, and getting the Mercurial shreds.
Singed is one of the characters in the game that has the most scary, like, per item power spike.
Yes.
So he'll get the Leandries. He's so much scarier before. He'll get the Righteous Glory.
Yeah.
So much scarier.
Each one's very apparent in his kit. It's an interesting champion in himself.
A lot of spikes to look forward to as this game progresses.
Yep.
Nico with the Glacial Augment We'll be interested to see how that plays out in the team fights, if that'll do anything to the Orin, to Larkin, make him easier to catch out, keep them in Wukong's full range.
Oop, that's a flying drag onto Alex here. Used his ultimate. They're gonna both chunk him, and that's just gonna be the kill onto Alex, unfortunately.
Had
Looks
the
like,
flash and the ult.
Yeah, Segmentation Fault's really making the comeback here. It was looking kind of scary with Andrew having a very scary repeat of last game, but it looks like they're able to turn it around with another strong advantage onto Larkin, and this time Robert has a lead. Josh trying to do whatever he can to stop Thomas, and Red Team's just going to get that dragon there. That's going to be the engage from Miguel onto Andrew. Going to get the charm off, and that's just going to be another solo kill. Wow, Segmentation Fault just really having their game this time. Baron's up now too, so maybe they'll take advantage of that.
Not enough action happening on the map for Lobster to really execute their draft according to whatever plan they may have laid in set. They really wanted to make that, give that Singe a cross-map presence. Hasn't been working out for them thus far, though.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll be looking forward to how they take team fights around objectives, how they'll defend this tower.
Yeah, that's just another kill onto Alex, unfortunately. And that's a tower down, too.
On his engage.
It's a 4k gold lead for Red, as well as 3 dragons. The soul is up, and dragons back up at 4 minutes, with Baron being threatened as well. Vision still hasn't cleared Baron's side, so Blue has control and has knowledge at the moment, but that may just be ephemeral for now. And Larkin gets the upgrade into a Frozen Fist as well. And Arlen gets his Ardent Sensor, which isn't going to be super strong, unfortunately, with an Ezreal, Ahri, Ornn. But it's still going to be some power nonetheless.
For sure. Larkin inching towards his Muramana upgrade. Will opt for the Bork this game. Really just wants that damage, cares less about the survivability. Wants to close this out by the 30-minute mark out of that next dragon spawn in a couple minutes. Red Team really executing to their fairly standard comp. Is making it work, however, with the excellent plays by Miguel on that Ahri. It's impossible to tell when it's safe to go in, because he just always gets capable of making those crisp outplays.
Robert trying to do what he can, but Andrew's going to go full proxy now. But there's going to get a collapse with Miguel and Larkin, 2 very strong players on Segmentation Fault right now. Just going to be pushing what they can. It's going to be 3 ultimates, or 2 ultimates burned, and they're just going to be able to get that collapse onto Andrew, and unfortunately they're not going to do much with it. However, mid lane's going to be pushed, but Larkin's going to be able to address it properly. And Baron's up, yeah, and the vision's finally been re-established in Red's favor, right? That topside river's going to be in their control. Blue's going to try to do what they can, but unfortunately they're going to be able to get that Scuttle Crab and just really control the Baron side.
With the Frozen Fist, as well as Presence of Mind and Mana Flow Band on Larkin, his Muramana will be giving him about 100 AD.
Yeah.
As well as a mana pool, it's pretty sizable.
Thomas is going to go for the solo kill onto Elijah. Very disrespectful, but it's going to be enough. Arlen's going to be there for the final engagement. That's the flash just to kill Elijah and show him who's boss. Very
unfortunate.
Miguel going for the 1v4, trying to do what he can. Thomas is going to TP into it. Miguel's still there, and that's going to be the ultimate from Cougs, able to get enough. Robert's going to go for the response flag and drag, but Larkin's here to clean up, get the kill onto Cougs, and he's not even going to walk away from Luke, trying to do what he can to get Josh.
Josh will be able to get out with a slip.
Larkin has his ultimate. Is he going to go for something disrespectful? That's going to be the Forge Fire Cape onto Ornn. A lot of resistances now. Strong amounts of armor and health.
Will be a fairly free Baron. Cinch does get the split push out. We'll be seeing if he can take this bottom tower as a possession, but not necessarily strong or a welcome one. Definitely given a lot. 4k lead just grows further and further on the red side as they now dwarf Blue Team's kills by 13 lead.
Yeah, that's honestly insane, just given what's happening right now. Miguel really trying to spearhead what's happening while bot lane was able to maintain it. Larkin and Arlen really just shining their prowess. Luke and Elijah are really going to have to step up next game if they really want to try to pull off that win.
Cinch is choosing to go for like the full burst.
Yeah.
Sustain.
There was a full carry cinched in this game. And he's going to be doing some insane damage with that gas and the flip.
They will pick up 2 towers off this Baron, but their wins end there as the Dragon's about to spawn and the Baron waves start pushing in. Larkin with that Muramana, that almost finished work, Powerhouse, Horn, with those 2 finished Horn items upgrades. We'll see if they're able to make this contest happen. If not, it could spell the beginning of the definite doom of Lobster's 2-0 victory.
It's true.
Both teams will tensely tow around the pit. Dragon's second spawning. He'll be clearing up vision.
The whole team's here. Robert does have 2 levels on Kuz, but he does have that sweet ultimate to try to disrupt the team fight here. Kuz going for the engage, using the ultimate by himself, and he's unfortunately going to get picked off. Call of the Four Jacks is going to be used on Thomas, on just onto Luke, and they're just going to throw everything they can at him. That's going to be the kill onto Luke. It's going to be 2 for nothing, or 3 for nothing, honestly. They were able to kill Nico in the background there. Oh no, unfortunately Andrew's going to come in and just get slaughtered. Ooh. Miguel and Arlen very low, but it's going to be... But Arlen's able to just recover with those items. Very strong right now. And that's going to be Soul onto Red right here with the Infernal Soul.
Chase me, Andrew begs. But they managed to kill him before any real damage is done. Will secure the Infernal Soul. Dwarfing the kills by 5. A factor of 5 over. Even gold deficit still only at 5,000 because of the close tower deficit. Literally only by 1. But that will soon close as they, with the Infernal Soul and the Baron buff, the waves slowly clasp around the neck of Lobsters.
It's true.
See if they can do anything about it, or it's too late.
Let's see here. We got a lot of more upgrades from Orin coming in, just playing on that pressure, and it's looking super dire for Blue. Almost a 7k or 8k gold lead, and Alex is just going to be put... Oh, that's going to be the surrender onto Blue Team as Team's Segmentation Fault actually takes the win, and it's 1-1.
Not looking forward to getting slowly choked out, recognizing that soul means their doom. We'll take their chances. We'll see what they've learned.
You can really see Miguel's damage there, just able to really carry there.
Insane performance by Miguel.
Yeah, fantastic carry.
Don't think of this.
Yeah, and that's just win for Team Segmentation Fault. So it's going to be 1-1. So both of your predictions are wrong now. Can you make a third one and try to get that final clutch? Come on, Dario, lay it on me. Who is going to win the series and take this final game?
My prediction is that my prediction will be wrong. So I'm going to say 2-1 Segmentation Fault.
By definition, your prediction will then always be right and wrong because of the fact that you said your prediction will be wrong.
Well, I don't like losing, Connor.
Of course.
Definitely one of the more interesting games of the series thus far. I think both teams you have the traditional comp really powering through. They really didn't adjust much except for giving Miguel something with a little more flexibility, something with a little more agency than the Orianna pick had. The Ahri really can look for those picks, look for that 1v2, go for those ambitious plays in a way that the Orianna just can't. And thus, with that pick, it will be cementing their way to the 2-1 potential. Excited to see what both teams third game.
We actually have a request for Silver Scrapes since it does go to that match point here.
This is true.
We did play it earlier, but it's okay. We can play it again. Alright. So coming into this game, tell me what you need to do on Segmentation Fault's team to win, and what you need to do on Lobster's team to win.
Segmentation's Fault. I think what they're going to want to do is they're going to want to play around their very solid mid laner, really try to make sure that they enable him. They did get a couple kills on him in the Orianna game, and he ended up doing a lot of damage. But around the comp, the Orianna really doesn't have that much agency into certain comps, the same way that the Ahri does. We'll see if they do get by any of his other characters like that, like the Irelia, like the LeBlanc. What I want to see them playing around Miguel on a playmaking mid laner. Really get that all-star mid lane gene intact. Give Larkin something that they can call an insurance policy on. I like the Ezreal picks in a lot of cases, but I want to see him on something with a little more like girthy damage. I want to see him on something with not that can I want to see him something on like the Ashe or the Caitlyn, to really leverage that laning advantage, not just take even, but push it to see if they can secure dragons for this game. They've been playing around objectives excellently. They've been playing with conditions, but I think both teams have learned a lot. They're really going to need to play around with a lot of discipline for this third game if they want to come out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I think that is what they need to be doing. Alright, and so that's Team Segmentation Fault, right? What does Team Lobster need to do to win?
They gotta fuck shit up. That's all I.
Yeah,
can
it's
throw
true.
as big of a rock into the Team Segmentation Fault plan as possible. Really get in there. You want to mess with Miguel. You want to put him in an unfair matchup. You want to take that top lane and you want to squish Thomas's face in it.
Yeah,
You wanna
no, they just really want to land
play
to
around your
Thomas.
lanes.
Oh,
You
it
wanna
looks
play
like
around
the
your lanes?
game's being created. Looks like we're gonna have something going on here.
Sounds good for sure. I like the energy of the Singed pick, but they just didn't have a jungle top duo to really execute off of it enough. I actually think they would have been better with the Amumu there, with the lock on, with the CC to make sure that the Singed really just walk around and give this damage off. Outside of that, I really think that they should prioritize Andrew's pick and making sure that they can pop off specifically with their comp, with their comp. I actually would have really liked the Karma on Lobster's team that side, the move speed boost onto the Singed along with his general CC damage. I think that there's a lot more stuff that they can play with, but they have to lean into those instincts, into that wild card approach if they're going to want to come out ahead.
Alright, so the game is being created, and as that happens, we can read some stuff from chat. Vortex says Funny Monkey is greater than Fawn Hentai. Do you have any comments about that?
Thorn says Big Hentai has deep pocket and extensive influence. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Chris says, I suspect Andrew will pick Aurelia Silas this time around. Well, given that they don't ban out Andrew, then I could see that happening, right? He tried his best on these carries, right? He played the Jax, he played the disgusting Singed, but it wasn't enough. Miguel was able to get the carry, Larkin was able to get the carry, and the team was able to be coordinated enough.
Funny enough, they
hold on. Robert's asking for our Jarvan the Fourth thoughts. What did we think about that Jarvan?
Second game performance definitely a lot better than that
Yes,
first game.
yes.
I think Cinderhope is the way to go.
And I don't think it's necessarily like a micromechanics. It's just a team coordination thing, and that's not necessarily like your fault in particular. But it's like you just got to really play with that Jarvan correctly. There's a lot of potential, but it's not strong by itself. You're saying?
When you're on that J4, I think the J4 clearing could definitely be a lot cleaner. If I'm going to be critical, I think that you were really low, and if at any point Alex was like really going for the invading Kong play style, he really could have caught you with your pants down. That could have severely damaged your ability to contest some objectives. So that's about it though. Otherwise, very clean performance that second game. Very, very good flag and drags. Very good cataclysms. That kill that you got on Singed in the mid lane with the Cataclysm, not everyone would have gone for that because they would have been scared of the potential you could go for there. That really, I think, was the beginning of turning the game around. That's it on that. Yeah, I'm excited for this third game.
We get a confession in chat. Ardit saying that, yo Chris, yes, I love you. And then Chris says, kiss me in public. And Robert then says, I do have a big penis.
Robert saying his signature catchphrase.
It's true.
Reaffirming. We're gonna get a straw poll and everyone guess the size of Robert's penis.
That is the question.
Ooh, Robert citing his.
That's going to be the ban onto Annie, just target banning Josh yet again. Oh, apologies for what's happening here.
Ooh, red team will ban out the J4, scared of what that means for their jungle matchup. We'll put Robert on an uncomfortable pick for the series. Annie Vygar, yet again. Really just so scared of that.
And they're gonna ban out that Vel'Koz. They do not want that disgusting poke, that just forced engage that they're required to do.
Yeah. Robert has an Ornhorn in his pants, if you know what I mean.
Of course, yes.
Gamer.
That Ornhorn is quite strong.
He has the Demacian What's it called? The
Demasian Standard.
standard. Yes, standard. Exactly.
They're gonna ban out Miguel's LeBlanc yet again. Miguel is
It
not
does leave
having
the
it.
Akali open.
Does leave the Akali open, and
Akali's the perfect.
yeah, and Andrew has all his champions open. Anything they want to do onto Andrew, he's free to do.
Oh, Larkin. Why not just?
Alex going back to tradition, reject modernity, embrace
Sorry,
tradition.
I just gotta out of my head. Oh, Larkin, why? Guys, why am I up at 11:30 at night watching Ezreal gameplay?
Let's see if Thelio's coming out for Elijah, trying to spice something up, and let's see if Larkin's able to punish that. Robert going for some classic Zac gameplay, winning them the first game of the Segmentation Fault PP series.
We'll pull out the Goobity Gop.
The
Good
Goobity
thing
Gop
about
himself.
Zac, if you die in the jungle, no one will know.
It's true.
One of the great advantages of playing Zac. See what Miguel will pick for his team. Will it be his own? Will it be a sandbag? Will it
We got
exactly what I want to see.
a full support in the chat for Team Lobster with Lobster Rise Up, Lobster Win, hashtag Pray for Lob. A lot of support here. Larkin seeming really hated right now, but that's okay. And Miguel whips out the Akali. He's going for that
Yeah,
cocky
that's
play.
exactly
And
what
it's
I
a
wanted to
blind
see.
pick at that, so let's see if Josh responds. He responds with the Echo. Is that the counter? Does that work? Let's find out here.
As they say in the biz, pokey easy emote.
Pokey easy emote indeed. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Okay.
Galio's definitely better, but Echo does give the bigger big boy damage. Just let them go for a utility support pick, as well as a tankier top lane. We'll see how it goes though. They banned the Shen. Don't know why they insist on that Shen ban. I don't really see much punishment. Maybe they know something we don't.
Again, or maybe,
Except
yeah,
Mordekaiser.
it may just be some personal choice.
Yeah, that's 3.
And Luke, and what's it called? They're gonna
Leona.
they're gonna steal the Leona from Ireland. And Ireland, do you know what the hard counter to Leona is, right?
Is it Vel'Koz?
It's Vel'Koz support. It is the strongest counter to Leona right now.
But Vel'Koz is banned out.
Vel'Koz is banned. So the strongest thing, the next strongest thing would probably be some kind of strong support mage like Brand. But they're gonna pick the Karma. Huh.
We'll go through a lot resting on this top lane pick. Blue team missing a lot of HP. They have a lot of damage, but they're missing a
Ornn
lot
is
of
gone.
tank.
What can they pick? They're missing the Mordekaiser as well. They can.
You know what? I'd like to see a Darius pick here.
They could pick
actually.
the Darius. They could pick another tank, right?
Darius or
I could see
Jace.
Thomas.
I'd really
Oh yes,
like
the
to see one of
Jace.
those two.
The Jace
Something
can be
with
whipped out still. But Andrew has the counter pick. Oh, and it's gonna be safe. It's gonna be a Poppy,
Oh,
unfortunately.
okay, never mind. I'm rooting for Lobster again.
Team Lobster yet again.
Ezreal and a Poppy in the same trap.
Chris says he predicts a TP Zac save, and Chris wants the Nasus. Is that gonna be the Yorick? I am a big fan
So
of Yorick.
tense.
This is my second most played champion, or third actually, behind Alawi.
Can hear Andrew. I got this, you guys. Don't worry about
This
it.
game's
Don't
on me.
sweat it.
Shovel
This
Boy
game's
and his
on-
split pushing bitch. You know, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see how Thompson, the team, is gonna just be able to address that hard pressure that Yorick implies. Okay.
Yeah, so they're setting themselves up for something that they had a while back too, with Echo and Yorick, as well as the Aphelios Amumu Leona. You have a really satisfying 1-3-1 comp, which is really good at abusing that Baron buff. You have the split pushing Echo and Yorick, both of which very good duelists, very good at getting away if they need to. And Amumu Aphelios Leona as a jungle bot lane combo is just so strong, so much CC, so much peel, so much damage coming out of.
You're cutting out there, sir, a little.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yep, you're fine. Okay, and then we're gonna go into the 3-minute streamer delay very soon, as we get into this tense 1-1 final series between Team Segmentation Fault and then Team Lobster Owns Bitcoin.
Beautiful.
Yep, so I ask you yet once again, for this series, who is going to win? You predicted the 2-0 on Segmentation Fault, it was wrong. You predicted the 2-0 on Team Lobster, and it was wrong yet again. So, what is it going to be now?
Okay. I don't want them to. Because I despise Poppy and Ezreal. But I think Luke.
You think Team Segmentation's Fault,
Akali-
full structured, with a little bit of spice in the Akali, that LCS team comp is going to be winning?
I think the Akali is going to get ahead. I think the Zac gives them enough tools to really get the Akali ahead. I think the Poppy has a lot of cross-map presence to help with that, help heal the Akali. They have the Poppy, and it will fuck up the Amumu engage. It will ruin the Echo's day. They have a lot of tools to really keep that Akali safe and just give them the pop-off. They do have a lot of tanky boys on the side, but they're two big damage dealers. Once you kill that Echo and Aphelios, they really don't have much to offer. That's all the Akali's really looking for. So I'm gonna put it on Segmentation Fault, but I hope out of principle that Lobster pulls ahead and is able to prove me wrong.
Yeah, they've had some very audacious picks, some very, very crazy choices in terms of macro.
Pokegun. Harris putting his Prime subscription to great use here.
Yes, well, he has a Pokegun, but I have a Bear Gun, and I also have Bear Big Gun. So how are you really going to win against that? I'm sorry, Harris.
Pokegun. Wait a second. That's not legal.
Beargasm. Yeah, get fucked, nerd. Okay, we have a single minute going into this game right now. Very tense, trying to see what's happening. Can Team Lobster usurp Team Segmentation Fault on their reign of dominance for League Season 1 here?
I'm really excited to see what this bot lane reaps. I really want to see if Luke can get proactive on that Leona, can make the plays necessary happen to get that Aphelios ahead. Aphelios is so strong in that early game. The Karma doesn't quite give the peel that the Braum or the Tom Kench would afford, but does give the damage, which means that we'll see them duking back and forth.
Yeah, I think Luke and Elijah, they've been playing it safe the last two games, and it really hasn't been working in their favor, right? Larkin has been able to roll on top of them, regardless if it was Arlen playing or if it was Matt playing, right?
Can I get some moderation on this Poke trash?
Yeah, I'm going to give Vortex a 10-minute timeout.
No, wait, he's our biggest subscriber. There you go. I'm gonna go send a quick DM to my own Connect.
Of course.
I'm a cutie pie. See if you can coach. He's right now. So I guess we'll just go back to the draft. Okay. York with that resolve secondary, most likely a demolish. Really looking to kill some towers, axe them down. Kali will have the electrocute and the presence of mind, most likely. That extra bit of maneuverability that extra 50 energy gives you.
Yeah, we have some comments from people trying to get ban appeal saying this is an outrage. I'm the biggest supporter of the Sidric Invitational, yet you haven't used a Twitch Prime sub on me, instead using it on Pokemon, so
Yeah, that's a good point. Words speak... No, actions. Subs speak louder than words.
it's true. It is true.
It's just the fact, guys.
We're having a little bit of stagnation as we get into the game, the lagging, but it's going to be coming in. So we have this, the game begins. The Nexus is open. And
Just
the emotes
reiterate.
come out.
I think that the biggest fault of Lobster from last game was in putting Andrew on a character without a TP. We saw him time and time again make so many cross-map plays with his incredible game sense, with his incredible map awareness, and just general game sense. I think they're really deprived themselves of an incredible resource by keeping him on character without a TP, putting him back on that split-pushing oriented Yorick. They're going back to the playstyle that made them so successful in that first game.
Let's see here. The teams are actually being hyper respectful for this third and final game with the good luck with the U2 Bay, and Elijah is very sad, apparently.
TTXD in the chat.
Josh asks for the may your 200 year be with you. And as the teams are ready for these positions, Miguel going for some interesting, a longsword and a refill pot, just going for that lane dominance. I know it is traditional right now, I believe, to go for that longsword. Gets you that extra last hit, as well as gives you better scaling, I believe, than an amp tome right now.
Yeah, better than amp tome. Amp tome also it did go to a game 3. They GG'd out last game. Yeah. Something we see a lot, something that I'm surprised by, I'm very used to seeing either free footwork on the Akali to give him that lane sustain, to give him that...
that is the normal thing, but Miguel is going for something a little bit more personal solo carry, right? He believes in himself a little bit stronger, but it still is a feast or famine.
For sure, but against the very aggressive lane pick that the Echo is, very interesting how that pans out for them, and if either side will be able to do anything about it.
I believe
both junglers clearing their blue sides, getting rather low.
I'm loving that Akali skin that Miguel is using. I believe that is KDA Akali with a white chroma, but I'm loving it. It honestly looks amazing.
Looks like, I think it's true damage Akali.
It is true damage?
I think so. I could be wrong though. I don't know.
No, I think you're right. It is true damage. Josh going for the exchange onto Miguel, but it's not going to be enough, and he's going to be able to proc electrocute in that entire time. Really showing his prowess.
In your experience as a York player, how does York fare in the Poppy matchup?
He definitely crushes it. Most definitely that is Poppy-sided, though there's a couple things that Poppy can do to really win this, right? So Poppy can actually, believe, dash through the wall if he's able to E a minion, but that is like, 5,000 IQ big brain shit. But,
right, naturally.
Yeah, he's going to be really able to lay into that with that corrupting pot, able to push very early. Miguel's going to go for a very early game push and is able to flash that W at the very last second to get that kill. Honestly, impressive stuff going on. Tom's going to go for the exchange onto Andrew, but he's going to be able to get that wall up and just get some solid chunking with the corrupting pot. He does have Conqueror too, so you can really just show even stronger.
The Akali factor, she's a cruel mistress, will kill all your CS and take your...
That's going to be the gank into the bot lane with Robert and Larkin just trying to push what they can and just get that kill onto Luke. Using Ignite in the process. And Luke had every sum up, but he decided it was not worth it.
Luke had the flash, and Elijah had the heal. Most likely could have gone out. They were running out of steam, but they opted not to use
that gank is very strong on the lock-in. You may have just conceded it at that point. That's not a very bad assumption on their point.
It's very true.
Thomas really getting chunked out by that early game poke on York. We could get some jungle recovery here, and Alex is trying to take advantage of the lane dominance.
Double farm.
Yeah.
Ooh. Will not go for the blind Q onto the Poppy. Will settle for the scuttle. Deep bot lane. Outside of that gank, which they did manage to get the kill onto Larkin, will be relatively even in CS. Leona always has that threat to just jump on the Karma or onto the Ezreal and just bash him down. That leaves a lot of damage to follow up with.
Yeah, I mean, there really is like a battle of the ages here in terms of like that old-fashioned ADC Ezreal style versus, the 200 years Infelius experience. It's gonna
be great standing on a ward.
Miguel may look for something even more audacious, going in for the exchange and able to chunk out Josh so strongly, just with 2 amp stones and a longsword, just showing the prowess of Akali on a well-played champion. Oh no, well-executed player, I should say.
Yeah, ridiculous damage coming out of the Akali. That's just 1Q auto electrocute.
Thomas using his exchanges onto Andrew, but it's going to be a little bit low here. Honestly, Thomas may look for the all-in onto Andrew.
Segmentation Fault already playing to their strengths. Already
Robert going for another gank onto Luke while he's a level under. How unfortunate. He does have all his thumbs up, but he's not going to even use it. He's just going to play it low. That is some unfortunate bullying. But it's going to get Team Segmentation Fault ahead even stronger, right? It's going to be every lane's in their favor except for Andrew. But Andrew's not even be able to take advantage of that until much later. Now playing a super dominant champion. Yeah, you're saying?
Right. Alex does have that farm lead, however, hasn't really affected any of the lanes yet. So
Yeah, not really able to
Not at the
translate that
moment.
into much, as Robert's
Yeah.
able to gank bot twice in the time that he was clearing his camps.
We'll be going for the final topside clear. Also, not clearing nearly as effectively. Moo Moo with Talisman is a pretty slow clear. Definitely a little lacking. Will likely be hitting 6. Oh, doesn't hit 6 on this camp, but we'll be backing in time for the Dragon. I want to see if both teams are really looking forward to contesting each the other, seeing bot side plays happen to make this objective play. Echo does have the ult now. Will maybe be able to make some kind of play.
Oh, that's going to be engaged from Akali, and he's just going to be able to ult out with not enough time for Josh to even react with the ultimate.
Ooh.
Potentially could have done something if you pressed the R button, but...
Yeah, Miguel really low there. Also incredibly squishy. They were both, even though he had a level up, Akali is incredibly squishy in the early parts of the game. Really relies on being able to kill everyone who comes to him. And had 2 stacks of Echo's passive. When he hit the 3rd stack, Echo gets a massive burst of damage, which also would proc electrocute.
Miguel going into
close
it.
to playing out in their favor.
Miguel went into full split push, summoning the Maiden of the Mist, or the Eulogy of the Isles, but it's not enough. Unfortunately, he backed off before Thomas was even able to get back into lane, so not much going to be able to translate there. However, we may have a reversal of the last 2 games in which Red, or Team, Team Lobster Owns Bitcoin going for the Dragon, but
Yeah.
looks like bot lane's going to deny that.
Even though he has CS lead, this York really, he isn't quite getting nearly as ahead as his team needs him to be at the moment.
Yeah,
At this
well,
point in the first
he
game,
will
he's
have
like,
he will have a quite strong power spike in like the next
true.
2-ish levels, in which he's going to be able to kill Thomas relatively easy on top of being able to split push and punish them, and possibly even get a full tower in the time Thomas is
Right.
dead if they go for
But
it.
will it be too late by then? Already 2 kills on the Akali.
Yeah,
2 kills on
Miguel's
his
looking
mission.
for just some throat seeking. Yeah, just some insane kill potential here. Besides, doesn't have the ultimate yet, but he almost had it to kill Elijah there. A lot of sums were burned there.
Well played by Luke. Nice job keeping on the
Full
Akali.
disengage, and that's going to be the 1-for-1 in the top lane, not what Miguel's looking for. Even though he's able to get the kills, and Maiden of the
Andrew.
Mist is going to be down. Or Andrew, sorry, yes. And they're just going to go into Alex's own jungle and kill him. That's unfortunate. And they're going to be able to go for the dragon.
Wide.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
8 minutes, the first dragon will be taken by the blue team. Team Segmentation Fault looking great in this 3rd game. Seem to have gotten their stuff together. Neutralizing the threats that are the mid laner and the top laner for Team Lobster, securing a modest but pretty effective 2,000 gold lead. Belios behind by CS, not quite at the power level that he needs to be at, but hopefully in a couple of minutes with this item power spike, he'll be able to look for a contest at the next dragon, which will be the boundary. Massive wave piling around the top lane. We'll see if they try to make a dive happen with Zac approaching the top. Reptile remains on the map. Economy there.
Yeah, sorry. The top is going to be ganked by both Alex and what's called Andrew's going to be able to. Thomas is trying to do what he can to get a single kill, but it's not going to be enough. Andrew could probably take advantage. He doesn't have the ultimate. Yeah, but Andrew's going to be able to take advantage of that, most likely having the Demolish proc and able to really chunk it out with the Q and the Demolish.
Yeah. Props to Thomas for keeping the Yorick off of his turret for 10 minutes, but with that gank... Oh,
and Josh survives with the smallest slither of health. Both of them actually having incredibly low amounts. Honestly, a very exciting, very exciting mid lane right
I
here.
don't have any summoners. Actually, see how this pans out. Zac looking for that kill. Oh no, he just wants to take the mid.
Yeah, and Robert's actually able to get that final kill onto Josh.
Ooh,
Pretty amazing. And bot lane's able to get the exchange, 2-for-1, going in the favor of Team Red. Elijah's able to pick up a kill.
Good for them. Yeah.
It's going to be Rift Herald going over to Team Lobster Owns Bitcoin.
That'll mean a lot for Lobster. They love their Rift Heralds. They love playing around those big macro objectives. And they love getting plates on Andrew.
Yeah, it's true. Andrew using his ultimate in very strange times, trying to look to apply some extra pressure. Especially, I guess they may know that Robert's on bot side and just trying to do what he can while in that situation. Going to get the engage onto Thomas, half healthing him. But Thomas is going to have that proper Keeper's Hammer, just able to throw him out.
Okay, very nicely done by Thomas. Will escape with his wits about him, original health.
However, Andrew has a lot of burst damage with that made into the miss. A lot of people don't understand the percent health damage that it can do. He's going to be pushing in, closing in here. Seeing if he's going to go for it or just going to go for the tower. That's going to be the engage. He has the Corrupting Pot going onto him, laying in the damage. And he's just going to be laying onto the tower. Thomas is still there, however. Bot lane, in the meantime, is pushing in towards that tower. And mid lane's just staying stagnant. Well, yeah. Andrew just lays onto the top side.
No jungle help inside for Poppy. Will be forced to back in the bush between the first and second tower, leaving Andrew.
Cougs is probably going to, Cougs is going to, for the third game in a row, just lay in that Rift Herald on the top side, taking advantage of Andrew's lane dominance.
Getting those sub 14 towers secures a lot of gold for the jungle top side.
And then we got the gank from Robert onto the bot side, getting yet another 2 kills. Oh no, Luke's not going to survive, but it's going to be yet another kill. Bot's just going to be laid into. Absolutely amazing on their part.
Ooh,
that's going to be the flash into Andrew! And the, what's it called? Oh, what's the barrier on Poppy called? Forgot. Steadfast Presence is going to be able to interrupt the bandage toss on the Amumu.
For sure. Echo in the mid lane, trying to get what he can. Does manage to get 2 plates. Very few plates have been secured.
It's true.
Well, except for the top side. Tower.
Well, the top side tower has been fully taken at this point.
Yeah. Red team actually securing a gold lead for the first time this game, behind by 6 kills because of their
it's probably the first. It's the first tower on top of the tower plating, just giving them a little bit of extra gold. But it's pretty much solely on the Yorick, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Yorick will deny the Poppy any retaliation or reconciliation gold with the TP on the minion.
He honestly could translate this into like some incredible pressure on the top side, forcing them to try to address it even if they try to play around the jungle. However, Miguel finally gets that revenge from the last 2 games when Andrew came down to use his pressure to kill Miguel. Miguel was able to finally use his pressure to kill Andrew.
Yorick does have that important Triforce, does not have the teleport, so won't be able to come bottom for the TP.
Honestly, that's honestly, if even he did have the TP, we'd probably want to stay on the top side. Thomas is going to have to be forced to address it.
Yorick's just one of those characters, when he knocks on your door, you have to answer.
Yeah, he will just knock down that turret and could possibly even go for the inhib tower if he wanted to, if they went for that dragon contesting. And that's enough. Honestly, just Andrew applying that pressure is going to be enough for them to ward off dragon. Mid lane's, or bot lane's having that skirmish going on some more.
Pox Azzy very happy on this Ezreal. 3-1-1. 4 stacks of his 5 Presence of Mind stacks, giving him
Elijah's backing, most likely getting that Infinity Edge. Yes, he's able to finish that item now. And Larkin having that 3-1 stacks already halfway through his Mana Mune in 14 minutes.
Infinity Edge, though, that is a way bigger power spike than the Mana Mune Sheen for the purpose of
Andrew going in for the flank onto Thomas, but the Keeper's Verdict is going to come in again. Is he going to land it? No, he's not, unfortunately. But it will knock those minions away. I didn't even know it worked. The Dragon contest goes in as Alex goes in for the ultimate. Is he going to land the ultimate? There it goes, locking onto Robert. Josh is able to get the kill onto Arlen. As the Echo ult, yes. Able to get the kill. Oh, but Miguel's coming in for the cleanup. But no, it's not going to be enough. Elijah's going to be able to kill them. Oh, but Elijah's down. Larkin's still alive. And Robert's here with the respawn on the Cell Division.
Zach does come up. But look at the top lane.
Yeah, Andrew's able to get the kill by himself, and he has the Maid of the Mist, so he's able to get that tower. Honestly, if he's able to push even harder, he'll probably be able to get this tower and the inhib tower if he tries to agree for it.
3 kills. Blue team picks up a dragon, but
massive traded macro right here.
Huge macro plays by both teams. Well executed fights by both, but it just ends up narrowly managing out. The Zac respawn does deny the red team another kill, and Larkin, some fancy footwork, does let his team into a 5-1-2 lead.
Arlen's able to, or Andrew's single-handedly able to maintain that gold lead by taking another tower.
Incredible. Back out before any retaliation is capable.
Larkin's going to be able to get, yeah, and Larkin's finally able to get a tower of his own, so that's going to get it back even, as well as have that dragon dominance.
Right. Time for the great swap of 16 minutes. York will likely be typing in the chat now. Yo, bot, go top, as he walks bot. Rift Herald spawning soon.
Yes.
See if they can make some use of it.
In my traditional bronze games, I would actually say bot go mid, mid go top, and I go bot. And it would actually be really useful because it's like a semi 1-3-1 situation where the jungler is able to cover mid, and I'm able to create the top towers or the bot towers. You were saying?
The Iron Tango.
Yes, the Iron Tango, as they say.
Okay.
Mid laning having some spicy skirmishes. Josh going in for the dive? No, he's not. Okay. They're looking for it though. Robert's here to try to go for some slap onto Alex, perhaps. Maybe the counter engage here. Arlen's here for the engage. Larkin pops the True Fire shot, True Shot barrage, I should say. Miguel's looking for Andrew, trying to go for another 1v1. However, he is 2 levels under at this point, and Andrew has a lot of items. If they go for the engage, I honestly think Andrew could win that if he wanted to.
Match resist too. Look at his CS. The man's beefy.
Yeah, the man's really strong. I would honestly think he should have probably gone for a Titanic Hydra. Gives extra pressure and a solid burst of damage, but I'm pretty sure he's just trying to avoid Miguel being able to kill him. So it is important for him to get some magic resist.
Other thing that does give him, because a lot of the damage they have that'll affect him, the blue team, and I mentioned this earlier talking about their comp, they really don't, outside of the Ezreal, they don't have much physical damage. A lot of it's magic, a lot of it's burn.
Yes, it's true. Ezreal is the sole source of magic damage. However, he is quite strong at this point, so it may not be enough just to say that they can build magic resist.
Damage is physical.
Andrew's probably going to be able to eat this entire tower, even as 2 people come for the collapse. Oh no, Arlen is just one shot, absolutely. And it's not going to be enough.
Sweetie.
Oh, but they're going to have to disengage. Miguel goes for the engage. He has the magic resist, so he's probably going to survive as Andrew just absolutely shreds Miguel. Gonna miss him. Oh, that's just enough. 2 people bursting in with the dash and the interrupt is enough to just kill Andrew. Unfortunately. Can't apply that pressure. Oh! Josh just survives with the smallest sliver of health.
It does, however, require 3 of them. They will be conceding the Rift Herald as a direct result of choosing to send 3 of them to the bot side.
Yeah, Luke and Elisha coming in.
They get the shutdown, but it wasn't even that big of a shutdown. At the end of the day, he's a force to be reckoned with, but I'm pretty sure they only got like 150 extra gold for that.
Segmentation Fault finally coming in, recognizing what's happening. They're going for some small pokes. They're going to get the secure. They're going to grab the eye. Miguel's here to come in for the dominance, as well as Arlen and Larkin are here. Luke goes for the engage. Elijah flashes out. Miguel's coming for the chase. It's not going to be enough, though, as Robert is able to get the jump onto Aki the Great, and he's just going to go down. Probably translating into a mid push, or they're just gonna get a couple autos off.
They lack the wave.
And Andrew's just Lord of the Shovel over here, just really gonna push in and lay on that pressure.
2 completed items at 20 minutes. One of them's Triforce, hefty expenses, but boy does he have the gold for it.
Yeah.
3-0, but it feels like he's 10-2.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff coming out of their top laner.
He's going to just lay it on. He has the little minion spawning, and his Maiden of the Mist is almost up too.
A lot of attention being thrown towards the bot side. Jungler pathing pot. Larkin pathing towards in between, trying to secure some Dragon Vision, potentially a red buff. See what the red team does in response to this. The Baron spawning in 5 seconds. We'll see if any Despacito plays can be had. Oh, the Despacito Baron. We look for a random Baron.
Andrew's sitting there, pulls out the Maiden of the Mist.
Ooh,
gets the slow, able to use the curse, gets the W, but he's gonna have the Keeper's Verdict, and he's gonna miss. But Robert's here to help with the engage, misses the jump. He's gonna able to get the slow. Thomas misses the Q, but Andrew's able to sit here, and there's gonna be 4 people collapsing on him. He flashes out and is able to get out cleanly.
One flash is able to neuter all the topside push from the Echo with the ult.
Yeah,
He's
Josh.
still on the York.
Josh being the real split pusher in this situation, no one backing to address him, just noticing. Andrew and the insane play is going to teleport in. Both are going to be pushing for this. This is absolutely insane macro play. Going to be able to take down that tower. What a ridiculous idea. But it worked, and honestly worked. They were able to get off a tower, and that inhibitor is now exposed, but Miguel's looking for the cleanup. It's not going to be enough.
Inhibitor is so scary. Doesn't have that backdoor protection. Doesn't have the extra armor. Doesn't have the turret to ward off waves. This will be an endless source of discomfort for the blue team going into the later stages of the game. They will secure 3 dragons, which does give them the edge 1 point closer to Soul. But
Poogs is about to be chased down, unfortunately. He has that Herald. He's looking there. Elijah's here to try to get some coverage. Alex is able to actually use the ultimate and flash out, able to get the disengage. Miguel's going down to a really low amount. Elijah's here and is able to get the kill. Impressive stuff. Koo's surviving with this very small sliver of health as Miguel tries to do everything he can to engage onto him, but it's not enough. Arlen's here. Yeah. Kind of caught up by himself.
ADC mechanics.
Yeah, Elijah honestly able to do it by us. Luke's able to get the ultimate onto it and is able to just finally get that pick onto Arlen. Honestly, I feel like bot lane of Team Lobster Owns Bitcoin is really stepping up this game.
Incredible stuff. The Aphelios, that's just what you get afforded. Zach, we'll back off. I didn't see anything going on here, he says, as he walks towards the mid lane. But for sure, the bot lane putting in massive work, some incredible footwork by the Aphelios, incredible peelage by Leona.
Andrew was about to have the most insane push in the bot lane, right? He's got no one addressing him. He's got the Maid of the Mist. He's got the Rift Herald, and he's going to be able to just lay it on, no matter how many people are about to collapse on him.
Andrew and his best friends take the bottom lane, is the name of this movie. As he moves forward, the blue team touches to collapse.
That's going to be everyone going on to him. Not going to be enough. See, if Andrew can even get one person in this situation, just a lot of knockups going on. He's just so unfocused, and it's not going to be enough.
They trapped in here with them.
Yeah.
You're trapped by us, he says, as he gives up the kill.
Yeah, unfortunately. And now they're going to be able to rotate mid as Josh just gets what he can onto the tower. Arlen's going in for the engage. 3 levels under, but it's not going to be enough. Yeah, it's just going to be able to be bursted down. But he uses the ultimate. Robert misses the jump, and it's not going to be enough.
Ooh, unfortunate. He misses the E over the wall. It's a thick leap. A huge movement for the Echo, but it's kind of hard to execute on thicker parts of the wall.
Yeah, if we look at the gold here, it's actually incredibly interesting.
Starting a Baron.
Yeah.
3 members of the Red Star.
Honestly, they can pull it off. Yeah.
11-11 on both junglers. The coin flip is something that they're willing to risk. We'll see if Alex has the cojones for this. Will instead go to his Constellation Raptors. He seems to concede the Baron. It's a slow Baron though. They have the time to contest, but I guess they didn't anticipate.
No, they just didn't want to go for it. It's too much. Q's coming in at the very last minute, but it's just way too late.
Way too late to do anything about it. Baron will be secured 18-9. However, the gold lead only holding on by a stretch. About 1,000 gold as the red team boasts a 3-tower lead. And to that split push since it's by Dirty Kanto in their mid lane. We'll see how their comm adjusts to the late game. But at the moment, it's not looking too hot for them.
I switched from the items to the gold differential, like the gold values, and I have no idea how to switch it back.
This dragon should be spawning in the next 3 minutes or so, 2 minutes even. Pretty soon. A minute and 23 on the clock. Yeah, do you know how dragons work? Changes. When you hit 4, you get a big buff. Yeah, so a giant fight seems to be drawing closer as the 25-minute mark draws nearer and the final dragon gets put on the table.
Yeah.
Which team will be able to step up and reach for it?
So, we have some questions from chat. How does Red have a gold lead? It's actually just pretty much solely Andrew. His Yorick split pushing is able to just get all these 3 towers, and it's going to be the single-handed, like the single reason why they're able to have the equalizing gold.
Yeah, plus he's got a 100 CS lead over his partner.
Yeah, he has a very strong dominance in gold right now.
Yeah, it's all on Andrew. And he's been playing a little too, I should say, liberally. Recently. He's been going for rather ambitious split pushes and not really coordinate with his team. He has been playing kind of like the solo queue game.
I can kind of sympathize with what he's doing. He's really just trying to apply as much pressure as possible because that's really Yorick's strength, right? But the issue is he doesn't have
no end.
He doesn't have any fellow laners to help apply pressure, right? He needs at least another lane being able to be fed enough that they can apply pressure. Larkin just landing everything onto Luke, and he's gonna have to be able to flash that out. Coog is caught out by himself, but Robert's able to get the engage.
Finally manages to use it.
Miguel's trying to do what he can, gets out with the slightest sliver of health, but Andrew's able to get that chunk in. Elijah's coming in looking for something, but it's not gonna be enough. That's gonna be a 3-for-1 on their part. Honestly, almost looking close for red side.
Miguel's a lot. Wonder if it'll be enough to ward them off of the objective, knowing that their Kali's not there.
Yeah, the go for the dragon, but honestly, Andrew could definitely grab a tower here if he wants, even with Thomas addressing him. That's gonna be Cloud Soul. That's gonna be Cloud Soul for Team Segmentation Fault.
Definitely one of the more lackluster souls.
Yes, especially for their team. Yes, I think the most important one being Miguel. Miguel will be able to be even more versatile with that ultimate cooldown, as well as the movement speed.
Movement speed will be very helpful. Karma, I can also see it getting some use too. Overall, the biggest problem is that the red team had quite a few characters who can make great use of the Cloud Soul. Leona gets Cloud Soul, she can use her ult twice in one lane. Same with the Echo and Amumu. Every time the ult's up, that's potentially a kill. You can afford to go for those greedier engages around objectives. So it will be a great cost for the red team by not having played around those objectives more securely.
By the way, Dario, you can press X to switch between items and gold, just so you know.
Oh, wait.
In the scoreboard.
Oh, your god.
Yeah, it's actually pretty sweet.
Oh my god.
Isn't that cool?
13,000 gold.
Yeah, that's nearly double Thomas's gold with that Yorick here.
Incredible. Thomas finally figured out the steadfast presence against the Yorick slap. Who doesn't have it up this time. Will get run down.
Andrew trying to do what he can to just try to apply pressure, but Arlen's here to catch it. Top lane's gonna have some serious fuckery. Yeah.
That's my favorite kind of Ezreal. That's the Ezreal that says, see, I look at the minimap.
Larkin coming in, trying to do what he can. They have the Cloud Soul, so their out-of-combat movement speed is kind of crazy as Larkin comes in to try to get that push. They're all pretty lower level compared to Andrew, so the raid boss is here, seeing what he can do, but it's not going to be enough as they all slowly just evade him. Yeah, it's just going to be the slow grind, the slow burn. Red team looking to see what they can and are able to get the kill onto Robert. That pick is there. Miguel is here to address it as blue team comes up to the mid lane, ready to collapse. Are they going to push farther and get punished, or are they going to come in? No, Thomas is ready, just laying it into Elijah. Everything coming for them, while Lucas is stranded and is not going to be able to pick it off as Miguel goes for the pick onto Elijah. Yeah, that's just gone. Cougs is out here, not sure what's going to happen. Yeah, it's just going to be pick. Larkin goes in, and Luke has to retreat single-handed.
I don't know if there was much more they could have done there. Alex K does get the kill onto Arlen, kind of just Omaimos him in the middle of the fight.
Yeah.
But not enough to really turn the tide of war. As a mid laner and top ADC get lost.
Yeah, I mean, this game, they, like, in terms of structure, they really don't have much, right? I mean, I guess, like, the other two games, they really, Team Lobster Owns Bitcoin really didn't have a proper team fight, but now they don't even have a player, right? Andrew's gonna have to do what he can to split push, and if he comes into the team fights, it's just gonna slowly whittle him down and focus him, so... He can't really just jump onto anyone like he can in the other teams with Jackson and,
I think they needed a... What was working out for them, I thought, in that first game, was they had Kanto on that rise.
Yeah.
Another very potent split pusher. That mid-top split pushing really just seemed so strong. Not really getting
some guaranteed scaling, you know? Yeah, it was definitely a safe pick that worked out in their favor. It was able to just slowly able to grind up, regardless of how strong Miguel got in the laning phase.
Yeah.
Cougs by himself.
11-1.
Yeah.
Probably smiling like a smug bastard right now.
Still getting the double itemization with the Mercurial Scimitar as well as a Hex Drinker. Couldn't go for more of a bitch boy build, if I'm being honest, against a relatively non-invasive team as Miguel just goes for the solo kill onto Josh in front of two of his teammates. And Josh is gonna have to just be caught out like that, unfortunately. Andrew going for some incredible flanking here, trying to get what he can, but Blue's gonna be able to collapse in perfect positioning. Get the slow off.
The tower.
Yeah, but Thomas is here trying to do what they can on to Andrew. He's going to be by himself. Miguel's going to come in from the back as well as Robert, and the full Avengers is just going to be coming in. Can they punish it? Miguel's looking for Elijah's supple ass yet again.
Slow him down. Just enough for the karma to pick up some
Yeah,
space.
that's just going to be the slow grind onto Andrew. Oh god, yet again. Yeah, but it's not going to be
Not
enough.
though.
Larkin's just too fed at this point. I've
You
seen
basically- you
Leandri's
can
being
hear
built
this when
on.
we do sound effects as they chase them down through the jungle.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, the
Managed
sound
to-
effects. Yeah. I've been seeing Leandri's being built on Ezreal a lot more recently. It's apparently a more common thing right now.
Thanks. I like it a lot personally. That's because I also pick up units.
It's going to be the second Baron objective control going on to Segmentation Fault. This entire game, honestly, I think, has really been just objective control for Segmentation Fault and what their sole lead has been. Like, honestly, I even think, oh wow, that's going to be just a one-shot onto Elijah, unfortunately. Luke can't even peel him off. Oh my god! Absolutely crazy. Just secondary ult able to one-shot Luke, even with all his resistances. Josh trying to do what he can,
Really
but
good
it's just going to be
steal.
one-shot by Larkin. No, it's not going to be enough.
Oh,
Alex is just
won't
going to
even
have to
go for
sit there, just waiting as they kill him.
We'll AFK the game away, unfortunately.
Miguel pings the
Immortal
Elder
words of
Dragon.
God.
Yeah.
Beat baby Jesus, this is bad.
Thomas finally getting an adaptive helm. Not sure who that's really for. I'd probably get a Spirit Visage in this situation. Or something else. I don't think adaptive helm is really the play here.
I mean, it's not the worst.
It's
I
not
guess
the
against Poo Poo
worst,
and
true.
Echo. A
True.
lot of his damage is the Q and the E.
Yeah.
Repeating. But that being said,
He has an
I think
Iceborne
he's-
Gauntlet. He probably wants like a lot more raw health, I think.
right, I would agree with that. That being said, they're doing fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, it's not a terrible itemization of him, like, really,
Elder
but
will be started.
yeah, that's gonna be finished pretty quickly too.
And
That's gonna be
finished
shut down.
in the same breath.
Andrew's gonna try to do what he can, but unfortunately that's not gonna be enough time. Just to get everyone's gonna back and be able to address him, and he's gonna have to take farm as his pity recounts of the
Yeah.
Elder Drug.
Larkin and Miguel having a contest of who can have the biggest douchebag KDA. The 12-3-9 and 12-1-7 very successful lanes coming out of their mid and bot laner. Really no Andrew seems to have given up pretty much not necessarily the power, but he's no longer the strongest player on the map.
Yeah, Larkin's really
Really
just
running out
trying
of
to
gas
wave his
on the
BF
side.
sword around, you could say. Andrew has a surprising flank here, but Miguel is just way too evasive. Robert even looks for the engage as 4 people are trying to address it, but blue team's Segmentation Fault's just able to get on all together, work with that coordinated team capabilities, you know? Andrew's pushing out the mid lane, but Larkin's going to be there to address everything. It's going to be a very slow push, but he's going to be able to
Slow
finally get all
whittle
those minions.
begins.
Yes.
As Team Liquid bores their opponents to death.
We get some. Let's look at the chat here. We've got lol, bitch boy builds, supple ass, bro. This shot calling, just run it down and end lol. And Chris says hashtag pray for lob. I think we'd all be praying, but
Hashtag pray for Lob indeed.
yeah. Oh my God, Miguel just absolutely disgusting on that Akali.
Yeah, we see why it got banned.
Yeah, no, it may just have been one of those.
The first time he gets it in the whole series.
And he
This is
just
what it
shows.
looks like.
He shows why you gotta ban it. You know, ending that series very strong on the
Boy,
the
I'm
Akali.
gonna have trouble sleeping tonight. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Incredible display. Be scared of. Add Miguel Zakali to the list.
They're just gonna be pushing in through the top lane as Andrew tries to split push what he can, but it's not enough. They're just throwing everything they can at him.
Derax let him get away, but won't quite let him win the game. Will get sent home once again. Potentially Aphelios will 200 years them, maybe? Most
Nope,
likely
it's not enough. As they just
get the
push in,
poppy,
and that's
but
the
it's not
Nexus
enough.
gone.
So they go
As
for the Nexus.
team Segmentation Fault continues the reign of dominance. Absolutely insane.
Absolutely insane. 2-2-1 victories coming out of Larkin's brainchild. This team Segmentation Fault. Wonderful show of skill, a little show of diversity in their drafts, in what they can execute. Ultimately, very clean play. They stumbled a little in game 1. They got back on their feet. They were able to rock the boat back on course, take it home with the 2-1 upset.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. So as with all series, we got to nominate a State Farm Player of the Series or Player of the yeah. So who would you think?
This is a little. I hate him because I don't want to just keep sucking his dick.
Yeah, honestly, Miguel had that crazy game. I'd have to agree. We're gonna have to get Miguel in yet again. Miguel, congratulations for the second time in a row in League Season 1.
Player of the game.
You are the State Farm Player of the Series. Congratulations, sir. How do you feel right now?
Thank you. Feeling pretty good, rough start. Like I said before, I actually thought Larkin would have been MVP. He hit a lot of Ezults, 2. That's a lot more than 1 from first game of the series. So I think it's
God.
really, really good. I don't really understand what happened last game there because I thought the series was going really well, right? It was 1-1. They actually had us cornered for a bit. Andrew popped off and actually just shut us down. But I think in the end, our MVP top lane also just came in clutch and pretty much shut it down. Jungle difference again, the usual. But outside of that, I'm feeling pretty good, yeah.
How do you feel about your jungler incessantly, never ceasing to talk about and bring up the size of his penis at every corner of the game? How does that make you feel about morale?
I kind of get intimidated a little bit because he keeps bringing it up and I can't say anything. He just, the Horowitz twins, right? The Horowai, they come in 40 minutes late. The well-hung Horowai. They come in 40 minutes late to the series and just slap it on the table, and we can't really do anything about it. So, it's a little bit weird to play with it, but I think overall it's something you have to adapt to.
But as you proved in the series, different carry every game, same results, wonderful performance coming out of its bullseye, and we're looking forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Yeah, honestly, thank you for continuing that Team Segmentation Fault's reign of dominance, and we wish you luck in the future.
Thanks.
All right.
Peace.
So with that, I think we could take a second interview, honestly, or we can just end it then. You're gonna call it? Okay. Alright, I think that's fine.
It's 12. I'm sorry, we started late. Yeah, great games. Really interesting stuff. Really, Lobster proving that they had the wild card potential. They had some crazy picks, a lot of diversity in play style and in lanes. Really interesting stuff. Proving that at least maybe if they couldn't come away with the win, they came away with a couple of people's hearts. Well, at the end of the day, what's up?
Yeah, honestly, I think we may have a fan favorite here. The chat was very enthusiastic for Team Lobster Owns Bitcoin. And next week we're going to have Team PP play twice. So it's going to be them versus Segmentation Fault again for the rematch of the ages versus as well as them against Lobster Owns Bitcoin. So we're going to see the two underdogs and see who can go for second, who can go for third, and will Segmentation Fault continue the reign of dominance.
Anyways, we'll see everyone there.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching, kids.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah, and that's going to be it from us.
Tune in. First week.
Yep, this is first week.
The
the League Season 1, as we'd like to call it. Please follow for more content to come. We most likely will be doing this on weekends. And Vortex, I'm timing you out again, even though we're just leaving right now. Alright. Well, see you guys then. Thank you.